The 2024 Michigan High School Football Coaches Association All-Star Game is presented by Adrenaline Fundraising. More money, less time, guaranteed. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association. For more information, visit MHSFCA.com. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. Athletico, treat your pain with physical therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. Zott Carts, dream to driveways. Visit ZottCarts.com. Lawrence Technological University, be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu. State Farm, local agent supporting high school sports. Find your agent at statefarm.com. Reaction Technologies, up your game. Go to reactiontechnologies.com for more information. And welcome to the campus of Lawrence Tech University here in beautiful Southfield, Michigan, where we've got a treat for you today. It's the 2024 Michigan High School Football Coaches Association All-Star Game. So glad you could join us wherever you may be today, along with the head coach here at Lawrence Tech, Scott Merchant. My name is Sean Belegian. Coach, let's get right to it. A day like today is like a celebration for the great product that is high school football in the great state of Michigan.
Absolutely. Nothing better than capping off a high school career, playing in an all-star game, representing your high school one last time. Nothing like it.
It's a very humid day, very hot day. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. That goes for everybody, including we broadcasters. But, hey, listen, there's a buzz around here. There's no doubt about that. I think a lot of people are excited about what's going on here at this beautiful facility. And let's face it, the season is going to be here, Coach, before we know it.
Very quickly. It's coming quick. We're working hard to get ready for we report to camp on August 11th. And super excited. We got a group of 41 newcomers coming in this year to join our 60 that are here, and we're fired up about the future for sure.
Well, the work never ends when you are a coach. Coach Merchant knows that. I know there's some footage of spring ball going on here. There is a buzz here on this campus. Make sure you come out here and be a part of that buzz. This beautiful facility, no doubt about that. And let's face it, there is some buzz as well about this game today. Before we get into this game and we bring you all the excitement that you're surely going to see, let's look back to last year. And if people remember, I know I do, it was a hot and humid day last year as well, Coach. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. You can't say it enough.
No, you can't. And when it's hot and humid like this, you're going to cramp up unless you took care of yourself. So, we always told our guys, you got to do what you need to do to be ready to play, not when it's just time to kick off. So hopefully these guys have been hydrating, and we stay safe out there today.
Well, that's first and foremost. We want to stay safe, and we want to have some fun. And there's no doubt about it. There's going to be a heck of a lot of fun today. Don't you go anywhere. You've got a great seat for a fantastic finish to the 2023 year as we look ahead to 2024 right here on the State Champs Network.
Working with Adrenaline Fundraising and Dave Powell has been a tremendous asset to our football program. Despite being a small school, in one drive we were able to raise over $15,000 to spend on helmets and shoulder pads. Dave and Adrenaline do most of the work for you, so it's a really easy fundraiser, and again, they're great to work with. Dave has sponsored numerous different things for us, including a hole at our golf outing. So if you're looking for a way to raise some money for your program, I highly recommend Adrenaline Fundraising and Dave Powell.
At Hungry Howie's, we have a flavor philosophy. It's that you deserve to mix and match the most delicious flavor you've ever had with even more of the most delicious flavor you've ever had. But how can you mix and match the most delicious flavor twice at the same time? Well, we're not in the business of logic. We're in the business of blowing your flavor-loving mind with flavor upon flavor. Philosophize on that. Get any 2 items on the mix and match menu, including the 2-topping flatbread pizza for $6.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie's!
We're former athletes, so this is something that really touches home with us. And seeing a kid become seriously injured through the game of football that we played, that we love, made us want to make a difference. One of the most critical parts of a tackle in football is having your head up and command of the game situation and seeing what you're hitting. Our product is an accessory. In football, it wraps around a tackling dummy, and what it does is it forces the player to have their head up at the point of contact. Our goal, I know it's a big goal, but we want this to be implemented for everybody under the age of 17.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say,
"What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
but what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
The 2024 Michigan High School Football Coaches Association All-Star Game is presented by Adrenaline Fundraising. More money, less time, guaranteed. All right, welcome in here to the campus of Lawrence Tech University, of course, home of the Blue Devils. Such a unique place here in the Metro Detroit area, along with the head coach here of the Blue Devils, Coach Scott Merchant. My name is Sean Belegian. We are getting the introductions out there right now. And Coach, an exciting day because this is the last time. This is it. You know, a high school career is coming to an end. A lot of guys planning to go to their next destination, including places like Lawrence Tech. This is a celebration for the great product here in the state of Michigan.
Absolutely. It's a culmination of 4 years of hard work on and off the field. These are some of the best and brightest we have in the state, and it's a great game. It's a great way to honor these young men out here one last time before they head on to bigger and better things in college.
We're going to be talking about the heat today, rightfully so. I think everybody knows how warm it's been here in the Detroit area. Let's hear from the coach, because you have a bunch of wannabe coaches in the broadcast booth, right, that want to tell people what they should be doing on a day like today. But what do you and your staff and your trainers tell players on a day like today?
Well, I think the first thing is actually like proper hydration starts about 48 hours to 72 hours before you play the game, and I think a lot of kids miss that point. So they needed to start that a while ago. As a coach, you got to get a feel for your team and see how tired they are. Obviously, you have control of the play clock, when you snap the ball, how quickly you're going to call plays. You don't want to wear your own team out, but obviously you want to try to wear your opponents out. So you got to kind of keep an eye on that, and maybe be a little bit more aggressive in terms of taking shots early in the game when your kids are fresh.
Well, one of the cool things that the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association do, and Lord knows there are so many of them, but having these games, and whether it be up in Saginaw in the past, or certainly we're glad to have it here at this beautiful, beautiful facility. Coach, you know this better than anybody. It's not like football season ends in October or November. It's always football season for you guys.
Yeah, there is no off season.
Yeah,
there is no off season. So for these guys, it's a great way also to get a jump start for getting ready to leave and go to college. Some of them will report right after this, the end of June, and they'll start their summer workouts at their colleges and also take some classes. So it's a nice way to segue into that as well.
As we continue to introduce these fantastic athletes who, as Coach Merchant said, are going to be continuing their career elsewhere. As you can see, the players from the West squad coming in. They are going to be on the near sideline, Blue on the far sideline here. And Coach, you and I were talking about this. This is such a unique facility. If you haven't been out here yet, by all means, come out here. Come support LTU. Coach, you got a little bit of everything here at this beautiful facility. You've got, modern amenities. You got the freeway behind the stadium. You have some sky rises and everything. then you got the woods on the north side. It really is a pretty cool place.
It's a very unique setting, and I don't think you get any kind of feel for our campus looking at it from out on the freeway. I mean, we are definitely a suburban campus. We always joke we have more deer here than we see anywhere else coming across campus. So you can't really get a feel for the campus till you get here. But yeah, what a beautiful setting here, unique with the skyscrapers there. But again, I love the trees in the end zone, and it's a great stadium with no track around the field. You're right on top of the action, and it's a fun place to see a game.
Yeah, and I cordially invite you to come out here and check out the Blue Devils this year as well. Should be an exciting year. There is a buzz. Coach, I know this is just the start of something special. A lot of work going into this, but, already there's a buzz in the area about what you guys are doing.
We're really excited. We've been able to put together a great staff, and we've got, like I said, 41 new players coming in this year, 34 freshmen, 7 transfers, and we're headed in the right direction. It's going to take a lot of work by a lot of people, but we're excited and we're ready to put that work in.
And these guys are ready to put the work in down on the field as well. You take a look to the east side, all taking a knee. Most importantly, let's get it out of the way. You want to stay healthy today. Make no mistake about that. Part of it, as you mentioned, comes with the hydration that hopefully started 78 hours ago. But most importantly, you want to stay healthy today, Coach.
100%. These guys, they're going to be moving on. You don't want them to get nicked up or banged up before they have to report to training camp in August. So it's the worst part of being a football coach is ever seeing your guys get injured. So let's hope everybody stays healthy today. We have a great game.
Well, fantastic that they have the cheerleaders out here leading the guys onto the field. You see the officials sitting there on the field as well as we are ready to get this one underway. Kickoff about 10 minutes away, and that is a brave gentleman right there with his pullover on, right?
Maybe he's wearing one of those trash bag jackets and he's trying to cut some weight there. I don't know, man, but I would be sweating my you-know-what off there. But Coach Enders from Portage Central has done a great job out there with that program, and I'm sure he'll have his guys ready to go.
No doubt about that, as we are just a few minutes away from the kickoff here, and having the boys get ready, everybody looking towards the flag to get this one going. It is hot. At last check, I think Kevin even had a graphic on there to show us the wet. Look at that. Now, how great is Kevin to get that graphic on there?
That's truly professional work right there. That's a big time. That's why this production is top notch.
88 degrees, and as we were joking about before the game, Coach, it isn't just the heat, it's the humidity.
It's soupy out there. It's soupy out there.
It is very soupy out there. You hear people talk about that all the time. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. You know what? It's both.
It'll get you.
Yeah,
it'll get you.
It'll get you. It'll get you. But beautiful facility out here. So glad that you can join us. But as you can hear the PA announcer say, at this point in time, we ask everybody to rise as we observe our national anthem. fantastic video montage as well. On the north side of the end zone, the Blue Devils video on the north side of the end zone, and we are about to get this one going here. So glad you could join us wherever you may be. State champs, very, very happy to be bringing you the 2024 Michigan High School Football Coaches Association All-Star Game. The head coach here at Lawrence Tech, Scott Merchant. I'm Sean Belegian. Of course, down on the field, there are real heroes today, let's be honest. Elizabeth Kuhn and Ron Talley will be along as well as the captains meet at the 50-yard line here, Coach.
Yeah, those guys down on the sidelines, they're the real tough ones. We're the soft guys up here in the
I'm going to get some of our crew here, and the state champs crew, the best in the business, but we're going to have to slip some waters to like Robbie and Chuck, and hey, can you get this down to Ron? Can you get this down to Elizabeth? It's one of those days, so we'll check in momentarily as you get the coin flip here. East wins. They're going to defer. Coach, what do you expect in a game like this in terms of play calling, in terms of, how we're going to run it? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the boys are going to make this a very fast game. It's just a guess there, but what do you expect in a game like this?
I think that's one of the biggest challenges both staffs have. Is, they've only had 2 days of practice together, so you can't get into your playbook really. You really have to keep it condensed and focus on some basic fundamentals, a real handful of plays, try to execute those well. You hope you bust some big plays in the game, but defenses usually carry the game in these types of games because it's a little bit easier to line up on D and just go play as opposed to putting in a whole new offense. Defense is a little more universal. So I think the team that keeps it simple and executes better offensively, that'll probably be the one that pulls it out today.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Coach, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of work on the ground, huh? We could see some groundwork today?
I think you're right. You see construction all over Metro Detroit. You're going to see some ground crews going today as well. Some road graders, I think.
Can't put a price tag on those big uns up front. No doubt about
you
that.
Win and lose up front.
No, 100%. It is so funny, Coach, because, as you grow up as a fan, everybody's always enamored with the running back or the wide receiver or the quarterback. But at some point in time in your life, it hits you, okay? It don't work unless you got those guys up front.
Yeah, those guys don't have time to do anything if the big fellas up front don't do their job on both sides of the ball. So that's why you always see those quarterbacks taking those linemen out for dinner or the pros buying them Rolexes because they can't throw the ball on their back very well. So.
Nope, not at all. Some great sounds here. You can see hear the PA. You can hear some of the conversations of the players down on the field. I always love, as you take a look at that East squad, Coach, it's always so cool to see the different logos, to see the different areas of the state represented. I say this all the time. I look at where high school football was in this state 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, and where it's at now. Michigan is a player nationally, and I'm not just saying that as a proud Michigander. Michigan really has that reputation of producing guys that are going to the next level now.
100%, yeah. I mean, we've got schools in the top 10 in the country out of the state of Michigan as far as putting guys into the NFL. So the high school coaches in the state do a phenomenal job. The association does a great job. And we're blessed with a lot of talented players and good coaches in this state. And, I was fortunate to be a part of that for 24 years. And I'm excited to recruit all those guys now and have them come to LTU.
Well, I know you're not going to say it, so I'll say it for you. You certainly moved your fair share of players on from where you were at as well. A great run at Chip Valley, and certainly I think everybody's anticipating a great run here at Lawrence Tech as we are about to kick this one off. So glad you could join us representing Brighton, and we are underway here at the 2024 Michigan High School Football Coaches Association. Brought up far side. Big hit there down at the 7-yard line. My goodness gracious. Welcome to the game, huh?
Hello.
Joey DeBrinket, I believe, from Lake Orion with that hit. And the West is going to have to take this over inside their own 10-yard line.
Send a little message on that opening kick there. Joey, really physical, active player out of Lake Orion. Doesn't surprise me. He loves physical contact.
All right, let's see what the West, as they look to the near sideline. Again, the West in red on the near sideline, far sideline, East in blue. 1st and 10. Going to keep it on the ground. Try the middle. Not much room up there. There's that work up front, Coach, that we talked about. The boys in blue just stood up and didn't provide anything.
No, there's a blue wall there. There's nowhere to run on that play. He just put his head down, got a yard, but great job by the defensive front linebackers there.
Running clock, of course, just underway. 11:35 to go here. 2nd and 9 for the West squad at their own 11-yard line. 2 receivers split near side, 1 far side, single setback. Shotgun formation, standing on his own 6. Claps his hands, back to pass. Feels the pressure, steps up in the pocket of H1 tackle, leaps past the 15, ends up turning nothing into a little something there, Coach. A manageable 3rd and 4 situation now.
Smart play there. Nobody was open. Found a lane, tucked it. Now he's got him in a 3rd and short.
So let's see what they dial up here. 3rd and 4 from their own, we'll call it 16.5-yard line. This time 2 receivers split near side.
A little unbalanced set here. Going left, trying to draw him off sides.
Clap the hand. Coach, I think you're right there. Boys in blue just standing their ground, no worries at all. 1 clap. 2 clap, handoff, trying to get outside, makes 1 man miss. Going to have to do some work. He's not going to get there.
Too much penetration there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a great effort not to be tackled for a loss, Coach, but just not a lot of room out there for Jacob Price, a young man from Muskegon High School, which Lord knows the Muskegon area has produced quite a few players in the past 20 years.
Muskegon County football, boy. These guys are top notch over there. But yeah, good penetration by the D-line there. Did a great job of breaking the first couple, but too much pursuit from the boys in blue.
Sending a couple guys back now, standing at their own 50-yard line. 9:45 to go here in this first quarter. Nice snap. Line drive punt.
That's returnable.
Takes a bounce. Oh, looks like it may have been touched. Now they have to pick it up, and just trouble there. Looked like they were going to be on the plus side of the 50, Coach, and after an inadvertent touch, now they have to start all the way back at their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, you always want to catch that ball in the air, even if you just fair catch it. On average, you're going to lose about 13 yards every time you got a punt at the goal. So just take the return, even if you don't get it. Catch the ball, save the yardage.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, that average hit about right there. I think it bounced at about the 50-yard line, and we'll call it the 38-yard line, but almost 13 yards to your point. So we'll take a look now at this East offense, their first set. Look at this look,
Tight
Coach.
T, baby.
You got to love this. Let's go.
No messing around here.
3 guys in the backfield. Ooh, try to get outside. Boy, good penetration there. Ball comes loose. Let's see, did they whistle it? No, there's your whistle. They're going to say he was not. Coach, I want to go back to what you said. The defenses have the edge, and we're seeing that so far, at least in regards to the penetration.
Yeah, I think, again, trying to put in a whole offensive system here in a week is really a tough task. And, again, defenses, whether you're a 4-front, 3-front, 5-front, cover 2, everybody's familiar with those concepts. So it's much more universal and easier to be further ahead that side of the ball.
So that is going to be a loss of, about 4 yards, setting up a 2nd and 14. They're going to stay in that tight T. See what they dial up. 7:45 to go. Rolling far side, looking far side. Under pressure, down he goes. back at the 29-yard line. That is Diego Copio, a young man from Hastings High School that just kept the pressure on.
Everybody was covered. They went with the play action there. Nobody was open. Great job by the secondary, not jumping the run fake. And good job by the West.
These defenses certainly flexing their muscle here. This is going to be a 3rd and 18 situation. Backed up on their own 29-yard line. Staying in tight, Coach. That's what you do in a game like today.
Might run some fullback trap here on 3rd and long. Try to trick them. Oh.
Yeah.
Shifting out.
Going to shift out now. Under center, looking at the deep man in motion. Far side to near side. A little trickeration. Back to the quarterback. Stepping up. Letting her fly. He's got a man wide open. In and out of his hands at the 25-yard line. How about that for trickeration? Trying to get something going, Coach.
He had him.
Brings up a 4th and 19.
Believe that's the young man from Livonia, Franklin, Drew Kelbert. He was out there, Coach. Just couldn't come down with it. Ball hung a little bit.
A little bit. Up in the humidity.
Yes.
It's that humidity.
It's that
keeping
soup
the ball,
you were talking about, right?
Cutting through the soup took a while to come down. But yeah, Coach Kelbert, head coach there at Franklin, that's his son. Outstanding high school player. Coach Kelbert does a great job at Livonia Franklin.
Yeah, they've had quite the run there. In my old neck of the woods. I'm a Stevenson guy, but always going to pay attention to what Franklin and Churchill are doing. Line drive kick taken on that bounce. 28-yard line, couldn't make anybody miss because of that coverage. Coach, you're absolutely right. So no score here. Clock stops with 5:40 to go here in this first quarter. So glad you could join us wherever you may be. We've got Elizabeth Kuhn, Ron Talley down on the field, Scott Merchant up in the booth. And I'm Sean Belegian. I want to tell you about our friends at Hungry Howie's. Hungry Howie's is a great partner of the State Champs Network's Mr. Football and Anvil Awards. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. Appreciate them for hooking us up today. You can see some boxes over there.
Like you said, Sean, this is one of my favorite things when you see the kids trade their helmet decals.
Isn't that awesome?
We used to always give our kids an extra, 6 or 7 pair to bring with them, and see the kids trade them, and you see the different logos on their helmets. It's one of the cool traditions of the All-Star game.
I love that shot, too, because that's what we're talking about. I mean, the interesting atmosphere here on the campus of Lawrence Tech. Look at that. Beautiful view right there. You got the pine trees. You got some shade over there on the far side of the field. A little bit of something for everybody out here, Coach. Just a unique spot here in Southfield.
Got a great crowd, too. Great crowd out here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, they cover a lot.
All right, while we have a break in the action, why don't we throw it down on the field to our own Liz Kuhn. Liz?
Hey, and as the guys take a break for water, we got to talk about the weather here. I know we mentioned it before, but it is hot. The weather has affected this year's All-Star game. And yesterday, they actually canceled the skills competition because of the weather. But, hey, the guys are still out here. We were able to kick off at 1 o'clock. They're raring to go, but we're going to make sure they get some water breaks at the 6-minute mark of every quarter. Guys.
And you do the same, Elizabeth. No doubt about that. Make sure that you get yourself some water down there.
You need to have a H2O technician down there on the sideline today.
Just keep his mama away from everybody, right? Make sure that mama doesn't show up. All right, trip receivers near side, 1 far side. 1st and 10, going to keep it on the ground. Some space over the right. Boy, good job there fighting off a blocker. It looked like that play had a chance to really break open, but good job shaking off a block and keeping that to only a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Yeah, it looked like he had a lot more than that. They ran a little zone read concept there. Quarterback read the end, decided to give it, which was a good read, and nice job coming off that block, making that tackle.
Jacob Price again showing a little wiggle to get to the outside. 2nd and 5. West rolling near side, looking near side, throwing, got a man out there incomplete. Well, I'll tell you what, the receiver had a step on his man, Coach. That's Nick Gordon, the young man from Coopersville, but pass a little outside on that attempt, setting up a 3rd and 5.
Tough throw there, right-hander rolling to his left. Also had a little bit of pressure, so smart play throwing it away. Live to fight another day, right?
Yep. Manageable 3rd and 5. Pieces coming in and out now. You can see the West talking about what they want to do here.
Looks like they're going to go empty here. Spreading them out.
Yeah, look at that. Trip receivers near side to far side. On this 3rd and 5.
Watch the QB draw here.
From their own 35-yard line. Coach, you saw that right away. Makes a spin right at the marker. I don't think he got there. Let's see where they mark this. It's going to be, he got a really good spot, didn't he? They're going to call that a 1st down. Well, I didn't think you got there, Coach.
That must be that ref must be from the east side of the stage. That's a great call.
1st and 10 now, clock running, 4:40 to go here in this first quarter. So glad you could join us once again, the 2024 Michigan High School Football Coaches Association. West trying to get something going in case you're just joining us. The West 1-2-3 kick, the East 1-2-3 kick. Now the West getting a little something going. First down of the game. Let's see what they have here. Keeper again. Some room on the near side. Makes a cut at the 45 into East territory for a 1st down all the way down to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like he hesitated a little bit there. I don't know if that was a little mix-up or he was just being really patient. Either way, it turned out well for the West.
You're going to see a lot of substitutions on a day like today. Both teams kind of moving out. Some of it, in particular, some of those interior linemen to give them a little breather. Let's see what the West has here as they are into East territory with a 1st and 10 on the East 47. 2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Going to keep it on the ground. Try to follow a blocker up past the 45, all the way down to the 42-yard line. Didn't look like there was space out there, but again, some of those big ones up front creating some room, Coach. And that's a good gain of 5 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, it was also a nice run by number 18 there, Ben Bowman, out of Hamilton. Really kept the legs driving, moving the pile there. But 2nd and 5, that's what you want to be in as an offense. You can do whatever you want right now.
Looking to the near sideline, wait to see what the coach calls in. A lot of boys with their hands on their hips today. It's a hands on the hips type of day. Let's be honest. 2 receivers split far side on this 2nd and 5. They elected to throw the last time. They're going to keep the ball on the ground. Slips in the backfield. Unfortunately, the knee went down. There was some space out there. But Ben again on the carry. Unfortunately, that left foot kind of popped out, and he goes down right about the 43-yard line.
Bring up about 3rd and 7.
Should be a 3rd and 7 situation now for the West All-Stars. Again, the West in red, the East in blue, in case you are just joining us. Some substitutions again. West looking to the near side as the clock continues to run. 2:25, 2:20 to go here. Got 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Claps his hands, handoff comes. Some space over the right side. That space disappeared quickly.
Stone Cheney.
Oh my.
There's a late flag there. I don't know what that is. Stone Cheney did a nice job there on his DN spot.
Young man from Catholic Central. Let's see what the flag is here.
Might be a face mask.
Boy, you haven't been wrong yet, so I'm going to go with you, Coach.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey, while we have a second, I want to talk to you about Adrenaline. More money, less time, guaranteed. The top fundraising platform that empowers schools, teams, and other groups to raise more money than they ever thought possible. Get started today at adrenalinefundraising.com.
West team's in business right now. They're starting to assert themselves a little bit up front. That defense, I think, is getting a little bit tired. This is, they're almost in the red zone here. So let's see if they go after them right here on first down. Maybe a little play action.
4 receiver set. Claps his hand. Coach, you nailed it. First down. Back to pass. Looking over the middle. Picked off. Picked off at the 5-yard line. Coming 20, 25. Finally brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. And a late flag comes in. Coach, I have a feeling that one might be a face mask as well.
Might be a horse collar.
Okay.
Caden Bollinger out of Sterling Heights there with a great interception.
Going to be a first down.
All right, look at that, celebrating over there. That's a big turnover. Let's take a look. Coach, here's your replay. Looks like you didn't even see him.
No, Caden does a nice job dropping underneath the route from his linebacker position. I don't think he did see him. He thought he was open right in the passing lane. I think you're going to see we got a horse collar. Ooh, good block there. Right there.
You're right.
Collar. So that's a big turnover in the red zone there. Got to come away with points. So it's a big momentum swing right there. Let's see if the East comes out here and maybe tries to take a shot on first down since they have the momentum.
Boy, tack on the penalty as well. Good starting position again on their own 44-yard line. Got to keep it in tight. Once again, looking over that defense on this 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, a little space this time for the East. Out past the 45-yard line up to the 48. We'll give them a gain of 4, setting up a 2nd and 6. Clock running, 1:10 to go here in a swift-moving first quarter.
Gain of 4 brings up 2nd down and 6 for the East.
Coach, we had a feeling this one might move quickly today. And they
it
aren't
is.
letting us down.
It is. I think you're going to see both teams using most of the play clock.
2nd and 6, looking over the defense again. Handoff, trying the right side this time. Boy, good 2nd and 3rd effort to get himself past the 50 and up to the 48-yard line. And once again, you're talking about a situation where a young man from Franklin doing some work out there. Or, excuse me, yes, it was, as a matter of fact. Oh, yep. Couple of Franklin guys, huh?
Yeah.
How about that? Hey, by the way, what is the best way to treat your pain? Well, it's to start with physical therapy. The same athletical therapists who work with world-class athletes and professional dancers can transform your pain before it progresses to something worse. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. It all starts with Athletico. The Athletico MVP of the game will be announced at the conclusion of this contest. No score after the first quarter of play. We'll come back with the second quarter next, right here on the State Champs Network.
Stick around for 3 more quarters of Gridiron Football.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new, magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
At Hungry Howie's, we have a flavor philosophy. It's that you deserve to mix and match the most delicious flavor you've ever had with even more of the most delicious flavor you've ever had. But how can you mix and match the most delicious flavor twice at the same time? Well, we're not in the business of logic. We're in the business of blowing your flavor-loving mind with flavor upon flavor. Philosophize on that. Get any 2 items on the mix and match menu, including the 2-topping flatbread pizza for $6.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie's!
Physical therapy is usually the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or even surgery. But what if the best way to fix your aches and pains is to start where you normally finish? At Athletico, our therapists, the same ones who work with world-class athletes and professional dancers, can transform your pain before it progresses to something worse. Because the sooner you start with physical therapy, the sooner you can start changing everything. And it all starts here with no prescription needed at Athletico. Schedule your free assessment today.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. and it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
The 2024 Michigan High School Football Coaches Association All-Star Game is presented by Adrenaline Fundraising. More money, less time, guaranteed. Boy, you love seeing that footage, don't you? It doesn't seem like that long ago, and quite frankly, it's not very long until the new season starts, but that's what it's all about. You know, Coach, when we were younger, it was about getting to the Silverdome, and now all these kids want to get down to Ford Field, huh?
That's right, yeah. Silverdome's now an Amazon distribution center, so times have changed.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So glad you could join us. No score here. Start of this second quarter. Third and a long one for the East squad at the West 48-yard line. Keeping it tight, back to pass, trying to catch him. Lots of time looking downfield, got a man out there. Boy, the receiver had to turn defender to try to keep that one from being picked off. Now decision time for this East squad. Let's see what they decide to do here, Coach.
I'd be surprised to see them bring out the punt team here. I think they're gonna roll the dice. It's 4th and 2. Playbook's open here, especially 0-0 game in this heat. I want to try to be aggressive a little bit right now.
If you want, we can call this a short 2 or a long 1. Now they're going to spot the ball. Let's see, they have to get just shy of the 46, and they are going to line this. This is about 2 yards. You're absolutely right, Coach, about 2 yards here. 4th and 2. There's the pitch. Makes one man miss. Can't make the other one miss. But good job by Jazanowski making one man miss. But, Coach, you talked about it from the onset. The defense with the push, they got an advantage on a day like today.
Defenses are really kind of bowing their necks right now, flexing their muscles, making things tough on both of those.
Let's talk about Reaction Technologies. Reaction Technologies is a cutting-edge sports technology company founded in response to a 13-year-old football player becoming paralyzed due to using an incorrect tackling technique. The company's flagship product, the Heads Up Trainer, specifically addresses the root causes of incorrect techniques that cause sports-related injuries. Learn more at reactiontechsports.com. West takes over on their side of the 50. Not much room up there. Just a good effort to get back to the line of scrimmage here, setting up a 2nd and 10. Coach, it is amazing how technology has helped improve things. I mean, technique. Coaches say that left and right, but technology can help as well now.
Yeah, it really can. Not only on the field, but off the field as well, in terms of, a picture's worth 1,000 words, things like that. And the equipment. Equipment is so much safer these days.
Passing down, trip receivers, far side, one near side. He makes the catch. 42-yard line, forced backwards, fights, ball loose. Recovered right about the stick, though.
Number 1.
Boy, gang tackled there, but heads up play. Jacob Price from Muskegon, who we've already talked up a couple times for his running ability. Johnny on the spot and picks up that fumble.
It's a big hustle play right there. Instead of standing around watching the play, he ran over, and in a sea of blue, he was the guy to come out with it. So it's a big play for the West squad. Now they got 3rd and short.
Trip receivers far side. Let's see what they dial up here on this 3rd and 1. Rolling far side, looking far side, firing complete at the 35. Makes a cut at the 30, makes one man miss up to about the 27-yard line. Coach, as you mentioned, that's not an easy throw. The righty rolling left, and that's a good ball.
That was a dime right there. Good timing. He got a run pass option. Could have pulled it down and ran for the first down, but hit his receiver, who did a nice job running after the catch.
Tristan Elizald from Nouvelle Catholic Central. 2 receivers on the near side. Shotgun formation. West threatens. They keep it on the ground. Boy, big hold that time. Out past the 20. Up to about the 18-yard line, and that should be good enough for a first down, and it is. Moving the sticks.
West going tempo here. They got the momentum. They're putting the pedal to the metal. The defense is a little bit tired right now, and they're going to take it to them.
That looking over to the near side. Let's see what they dial up here. West threatening. High snap, able to keep it down. Hand up, big hole up the middle. Takes a big hit at the 10, but still that long frame falls forward and gets it very close to a first down, Coach.
We're going tempo again. They're feeling it right now. Big boys up front asserting themselves a little bit right now.
Yeah, let's see what they decide to do here.
2nd and 1. Good time for play action here.
2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Single setback, clapping the hands, keep it out on the ground. Room over to the right side. Can he get to the edge? No, good job there at pursuit. Want to give credit to where it is due. Number 24, Anthony Williams, young man from the Shamrocks, stepping up and making a play.
Yeah, if he doesn't make that tackle, he's in the end zone. That's a touchdown saving tackle right there by the corner.
So a big 3rd down here. Clock running, 8:50.
Give him a first.
Oh, they're going to give him a first. Okay.
There we go.
There it is. Clock running, 8:45. 1st and goal. You can see the official saying run the clock, and that's exactly what they're doing. 8:40 now to go here. 2nd quarter. Still no score. 2024 Michigan High School Football Coaches Association All-Star Game. 2 receivers split far side, 1 near side. Shotgun formation, going to keep it on the ground. Starts to the right, starts up the middle. Boy, good vision there. Inside the 5 and down to the 4-yard line. Coach, as a flag comes in late.
Usually in that spot, it's holding on the O. That's what my guess would be here.
By the way, registration is now open for the 2024 fall semester classes at Lawrence Technological University. Go to ltu.edu for more information. Lawrence Technology University, be curious, make magic.
Back him up 10 there with the holding call.
Well, you've been right up here. Now, let me ask you something. Now, obviously, a head coach, you want to be down on the field, but, boy, the guys upstairs, you guys don't miss a thing up here, do you?
I'll tell you what, as a head coach, I have to be on the field, but I always enjoy being up in the booth. Just you have the vantage point, and you can see everything that's going on, and a much better feel for what's going on.
Carry that time over the 15-yard line, down to about the 13-yard line as the West picks up about 3 yards there. Should be about a 2nd and goal situation now from the 13-yard line. Still no score here. Clock continues to run. 7:40 to go here in this 2nd quarter. This is a fun game. This is meant to celebrate these young men and wish them all the best as they move on with their football careers. 2 receivers split near side, 2 far side. Low snap. Good job picking it up. Fade route into the end zone. Knocked away in the end zone. Good defensive effort there. Double coverage, but I believe it was Harris, the corner from Denby, that got the initial contact on that, and Coach did a good job swatting that ball away.
Yeah, threw up a 50-50 ball there and tried to let his receiver make something happen, but good coverage, nice job knocking it away.
So let's see what they decide to do as the clock continues to run, even on that incomplete pass. We've got a 3rd and goal situation now from the 13-yard line. Trip receivers far side, 1 near side. Shotgun formation for the West. Flags fly.
Some movement there.
They got some movement up front. So moving back even more. By the way, here's to our local small business owners and everything you do to help your business succeed. Your local State Farm agent knows what it takes because they run a small business too. Call one of our featured agents today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Moving back 5, Coach. 3rd and goal from the 18-yard line. Going to keep the same formation out there. Trip receivers far side, 1 near side. On this 3rd and goal, looking to get on the board, Ethan Mason, young man from Saginaw Heritage, starts one way, throws. Boy, he was under pressure. You could see just didn't have much of a chance there. Tried to make something happen, batted away harmlessly. I don't think we're going to see a field goal attempt here, Coach. Maybe? No, I think they're just going to go for it. No?
Oh, no, he is. Number 17.
Okay.
It's Jake Heemstra out of Forest Hills. Eastern?
Yep. Boy, some good athletes out of that area. No doubt about that. So let's see what we can get here.
Might be running it down, calling timeout here.
With exactly 7 minutes to go, that's exactly what it's going to be. This will be about a 35-yard attempt, if my math is correct. About a 35-yard attempt on this 4th down.
Hey, it's the little things. We got to stop fumbling, stop getting flagged.
Boy, you like that? Isn't that cool?
We're being ourselves.
Get to hear some of that conversation down there. Isn't that great?
It's Logan Knapp is coming out to kick the field goal. I had the wrong name there, but Logan Knapp.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
Lawton High School.
Over in the Kalamazoo area. Yeah,
love to hear those mics on down there.
Yeah, it's good to hear the kids saying that. I mean, they know what's going on. Penalties, turnovers, those kind of things kill you, especially in the red zone. That holding was a big call. Right
Huge,
there.
No doubt about it. So, as Coach mentioned, Logan Knapp, young man from Lawton High School, going to come out there. Ethan Mason is going to hold it. Saginaw Heritage. Now, this is going to be about a 35-yard attempt. Awaiting the snap. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Nicely done.
So with 6:57 to go, the West strikes first. A 35-yard field goal from Logan Knapp, young man from Lawton. We'll see if the East can get a little something going offensively, Coach.
Yeah, we'll see how they respond. You know, that was a long drive. We'll see. They got to take care of the football, and when they get 3rd and short, they got to be able to convert.
Well, and as you talked about in games like this, it's about asserting your will and winning the line of scrimmage. The West did some work on that drive up front.
Yeah, the road graders were moving some people on that one, and really, you know, if they don't get the holding call there, they're in a great position to take it in for 7, but those penalties will kill you, especially down in the red zone. It was a great kick. That thing would have been good from 50, even in the soup, you know. Cut through the soup.
Oh, it is an interesting profession, those kickers, Coach, aren't they? They are interesting, but I'll tell you what, you can't put a price tag on it when you got a good kicker on your team.
No, and then, you know, another thing lost sometimes by people is the long snapper, because if you don't have a great snapper and holder who can get the ball down, it doesn't matter how good your kicker is. So kudos to those two as well.
Hey, Zott Carts is your pre-owned golf cart specialist, proudly serving Southeast Michigan. We offer in-house, on-the-spot financing along with same-day drive-away. Need the cart delivered? Well, we offer home delivery with our Dreams to Driveways program. Check out ZottCarts.com. Coach, you are absolutely right. Look at the guys in the National Football League who have been able to have 15 to 20-year careers as long snappers. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how that works out.
It's one of those positions that, unless you're a coach, nobody really appreciates until things go bad. And
Absolutely.
And then everybody knows who the long snapper is after that, or the holder. So I can tell you one thing. It definitely creates a lot of comfort for me, and I can sleep better at night knowing I have a quality long snapper and a quality holder.
If you're wondering why we have a break, this is smart. This is a water break around the 6-minute mark. Our own Elizabeth Kuhn brought that up in case you missed it early in the broadcast. In case you're just joining us, I'm so glad that you're joining us. This is a celebration of Michigan high school football. Many thanks to the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association for doing this, and of course Lawrence Tech for supporting this and hosting this. Speaking of Lawrence Tech, my broadcast partner in the booth, the head coach at Lawrence Tech, Scott Merchant, as I mentioned, Elizabeth Kuhn and Ron Talley down on the field. My name is Sean Belegian. Just a great event here on the campus of Lawrence Tech University. 3-0, the West All-Stars with the early lead.
Glad to see they're taking these heat timeouts here. You don't want anybody getting hurt or over fatigued, so that includes the officials. Let's give them a hand coming out here on a hot June day, and you can never give enough kudos to officials. And we wouldn't be able to play the games without them. And it's a tough profession. A lot of times they take a lot of heat, but they do a phenomenal job. And, I just want to give credit where credit's due there.
Couldn't agree more, and maybe, just maybe, we can talk to the association and we can get them some khakis for days like today, right? I mean, they're out there in those black pants right now. Let's get the backs of these officials. We appreciate everything they do. There's no doubt about that. Go out there and work in all conditions. Let's not forget that. West to kick this one away. High kick. Returnable. Taken at about the 6-yard line. Far side of the field, make a cut at the 15. Try to make a man miss at 20. Brought down there. Flag comes in late. Yeah, we've seen a couple of them, haven't we, Coach?
Got a little bit grabby. Definitely wasn't intentional, but they're going to call it a 15-yarder. So they're going to have great starting field position.
Yeah. Face mask the call, so put that up. Well, that's been one thing for the East, Coach. They've had the field position so far. When you look at their starting positions, they just haven't been able to get something going yet.
Yeah, they've moved the ball from time to time. They got into the red zone through the interception, and last time they got went for it on 4th and 2 in plus territory, and defense did a great job stopping them. So let's see if they can get something going here and finish a drive.
Starting off at their own 34-yard line. Keeping it in with that tee. Love to see it. Boy, oh boy. Under center now, awaiting the snap. Handoff. There's that wall of red again, Coach. They just haven't allowed much out there after an initial penetration. Just about a gain of about 2 yards. Hey, why don't we throw it down on the field? By the way, Ron Talley down on the field right now. Take her away, Ron.
Hey, we have Logan Knapp here from Lawton High School. He scored the first 3 points of the Michigan High School Football All-Star Game. How did it feel to put that in between the goalposts?
Felt pretty good. We've been practicing for a few days. It's been hot. Feels good to get the first points here.
Oh yeah, and you're booting the ball right now. Do you feel like you're in a good rhythm right now? Do you feel like you can cool off, or you feel like you're just getting started?
I feel like I'm just getting started here. I think we got more.
What was your longest field goal?
In game this year, 52 yards.
Hey, you heard it here from State Champs.
Thank you very much. 52-yard field goal, not too shabby. Second down carry. Lost to 1 on the play, setting up a 3rd and 9. I'm going to tell you what, Coach. I keep praying for puberty to hit and my voice to get as deep as Ron Talley's. My goodness gracious.
RT, he's got a set of pipes on him, doesn't he?
Got Barry White down on the sidelines. That's a great sideline reporter. 3rd and long.
Lions might want to take a look at the kicker there if he hit a 52-yarder.
Oh, a lot of space. Good job creating some room in the first down. How about that?
Something out of nothing right there.
Nance from West Bloomfield started near side, saw nothing out there. A dead sprint. Coach, you know better than anybody. That's a lot of real estate you have to cover to get out there and pick up that first down.
Urquez is a really talented athlete out of West Bloomfield, good quarterback, can run and throw. But, I mean, to pull up, you're rolling left, stop, reverse field, a lot of room back on that backside after we beat the backside on. So nice job by him making a play when they needed it.
Yeah, let's see if they can get a little something going now. Anything going. First down, going to keep it on the ground. Some room up the gut, out past the 50, into West territory. Boy, all the way up, Coach, to the 48-yard line.
Nice little inside trap there, tight trap, and good movement by the old line. Now you're second and short.
Clock is running, 4:35 to go here in this second quarter on the campus of Lawrence Tech University. 3-0. West All-Stars on top. East got a little something going. Now, under center, looking over the defense, inside handoff. Some space up there. Should be about 2 yards short, maybe 3 yards short, setting up a 3rd and short.
Brought down by Jackson, all wide.
Marked at about the 46-yard line. So, yeah, we're going to call that 3rd and 2. Want to keep this drive going. Coach, we've seen teams go for it already here today. That's what you do in a game like this. Hey, you know, if it's short, let's just go for it. Lining up under center again. Looking over that defense on this 3rd and short. Clock running, 3:35 to go. West on top, 3-0. Handoff, some space over the left side. Should be enough for a first down. Let's see where they mark it, Coach. Yes, indeed, that is going to be enough for an East first down. Hey, Hungry Howies, they are a great partner of the State Champs Network, Mr. Football, and Anvil Awards. Hungry Howies, famous for flavor. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. I am an extra Cajun guy. That Cajun crust, boy, you can't get enough of it. Love Hungry Howie's pie. So thank you, as always, for their support.
I think the East is going to have to pick up the tempo a little bit here, being on the 43. We're just going to be under 3 minutes here. So they're going to pick up the pace a little bit.
Keep it on the ground. Some space up the middle. Good job there. Little space up there, Coach. Not a lot, but a little space up there. But you nailed it. Hey, listen, we'll give up 3-4 yards a pop. That clock is just going to continue to run.
Cajun, huh? Cajun, that's
I love that stuff.
I'm a buttered Parmesan.
Yeah, you like that?
My
Yeah.
son's, that's his jam right there.
Well, now I'm on a first-name basis with the Howies near my house, so they'll go the usual. So I get them to put the Cajun all over the pizza, not just on the crust.
Yeah, that's the VIP treatment right there.
Give them a little something, and thank you for the effort. Clock running, Coach, you nailed it. 2:10 to go. Little space up the middle, out past the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. But you might want to think about a timeout here, huh? Under 2 minutes to go.
That, or they have to, kind of go. They got to go up tempo at some point. Take a shot.
Let's see if they decide to take a shot here. You're absolutely right. Under center here now. Nance going to hand it off. Tried the left side. They got the first down. Out past the 33, down to about the 31-yard line. So the clock is going to stop for a second, but still, Coach, you've been talking about this for 2 minutes. That tempo right now as they start that clock, East is going to want to get something out of this.
Yeah, the West will give that up all day.
Nance still in there, under center. Handed off, some room over the right side. Boy, breaking one tackle, breaking another tackle, out past the 25, all the way up to the 20-yard line. Hey, coming up at halftime, we'll talk with the head coaches of both teams. We've got the 2024 Coaches Hall of Fame induction, a cheer performance from the combined cheer teams, and so very much more. Stick around. You won't want to miss it here on the State Champs Network. I think we're going to get a timeout here, and it's going to be the West.
Must not have liked what they saw. Yeah, for sure. Must have had the wrong personnel or didn't like what they saw on defense, or maybe take a little bit of a rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask.
Boy, a good hard run, a couple of good hard runs. Make no mistake about that, Coach. And this drive keeps going. Now you're at the point in time where you have those 3 timeouts at your disposal. You might want to think about using them all, huh?
You got a lot left in the tank. You can use the whole playbooks open here still with those 3 timeouts with 8 to go.
Please start making your way to the south end zone.
They've been pretty
MHSFCA LPA group. If you could mosey on down to the south end zone, we would appreciate
that off-tackle play.
Yeah, well, I've had some success with that. In case you're just joining us, the only points of the game, a 35-yard field goal from a young man by the name of Logan Knapp from Lawton High School. We had a chance to talk to him down on the field. Our own Ron Talley found out that he had a 52-yarder this year. I mean, that's legitimate. Let's be honest. That's a legitimate field goal at any level. Although, the way that the NFL has changed, I remember when we were growing up, Coach, it was, wow, 50-yarders are just commonplace now in the National Football League. Ho-hum, the guy hit a 50-yarder,
There's guys hitting 60 on a regular
It's incredible.
basis.
Nance under center again. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, keeping it on the ground. A little space on the right side. This time the guys in red say, hey, that's worked for you a couple times. We're not going to give you anything now.
Go right to the line now.
Yeah. Working quick. They've got their 3 timeouts. Nance again looks over that defense. Looks left, looks right. Awaits the snap. Another handoff, trying the right side of the line. Some space out there past the 15. Going to use a timeout as he's brought down to the 14-yard line. No, wow, I'm with you, Coach.
Got 3. Can't take them with you.
No, you can't take them with you. You've been waiting to say that all day, haven't you, right? You got those armchair fans and armchair broadcasters always yelling at you coaches down on the field.
They all know more than we do.
Nance. Keeper this time. He's in traffic.
Look
at him get out. Got to make a cut at the 10. He's got to get out of bounds, and he does at the 7-yard line. Boy, that's a couple times here. That young man has shown his athletic ability, the young man from West Bloomfield.
2 huge runs on this drive that kept it alive. Just making something out of nothing. Being an athlete and making a play. Big-time players got to make big-time plays, and he's had 2 of them this drive.
We're going to mark him down at the 7-yard line. 13.7 seconds remaining before the half.
Can still run the ball here with the 3 timeouts, so everything's in play.
Now lining up. Fake the handoff. Roll right. Look right. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Boy, it didn't look like there was a lot of space out there, but somehow, some way, Ben Radley, the young man from South Lyon, right near that pylon. Coach, let's take a look at that.
Does a great job of almost posting up like a basketball player and keeping his body between him and the defender and the ball. And you're going to see here the quarterback does a nice job placing it, almost boxing him out here.
Boy, Daniel Kent, you are absolutely right. Good job by Kent there to keep that play alive. And the young man from South Lyon, boy, Coach, I didn't think he had the space out there, but he went down and made a play. Gets him on the board.
Hands. Going for 2.
Going for 2 here.
Oh, quick pitch to the big fella. Oh, that's every lineman's dream right there. That's Devontae Love out of Chippewa Valley who played for me. And interesting enough, in our one of our games this year, he recovered a fumble on the 2 and took it in the end zone for a touchdown. So not the first time he's carried the ball near the goal line.
Oh, that's fantastic. Why don't we throw it down to our own Elizabeth Kuhn. Elizabeth?
And Radley, first touchdown for the East team of the All-Star game. How'd that one feel heading into the locker room?
Feels great. I mean, jump on them early. We're up, so hopefully we keep it rolling.
And just talk about this experience, what it's meant for you, kind of one last go around for high school football.
I mean, it's great. It's pretty much like the college experience, like just staying in a dorm, meeting new people. That's the big thing. Met a lot of new teammates, and hopefully keep that friendship going for a long time.
Absolutely. Good luck the second half. Thank you. Guys.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth, and a young man from South Lyon. Does a good job bringing in a pass from a young man from Dearborn. Then the young man from Chip Valley. Boy, the big one. They love that, don't they, Coach?
Stumbling, rumbling, fumbling. Little refrigerator Perry action there,
who
man.
can forget that, right? And for the young ones out there, if you don't know what we're talking about, YouTube can be your friend. Look up Refrigerator Perry, because let me tell you something. What Coach Merchant brought up, that was the thing back in 1985.
The Bears.
Who can forget? Boy, I was so envious of the Bears as a young kid growing up around here, loving the Detroit Lions. The Bears were everything I wanted to be. Their coach, their quarterback, Walter Payton, they were everything I wanted my team to be. My, if things change. We got a pretty good thing going on here in Detroit now.
Yeah, those people in Chicago are saying that about us
right?
now.
It's amazing. Squib kick here.
What do we got? Offsides.
Got offsides on that kick. You're gonna see that in a game in this magnitude, right?
Yeah, I think he slowed up. When you're working with a different kicker, the timing's different. So when you're not used to that, your approach is a little different. So a little mix up there. He kind of stutter step before he kicked it, and a couple guys were there a step early.
So 6-3 game, still 5.6 seconds remaining here in this first half. Crazier things have happened. No doubt about that. Where's that temperature at right now? I'd like to just show our snazzy graphics off. Watch Kevin.
Oh,
look at that. Up to 91 degrees now. Goodness gracious
91 balmy degrees there.
Soupy.
Soupy.
That's the word of the day.
Ooh,
Gonna kick this one
nice
off. Goodness
kick.
gracious. Look how deep that one's going.
Hey.
Taking
He's
about
taking it
mid-end
out.
zone, coming back. Why not? It's an all-star game.
Number 7 again, Joey DeBrinket out of Lake Orion.
Boys, DeBrinket making
He's a
plays.
demon on special teams. Demon. That was a great kick, though.
He's got those stickers all over the helmet. 0.5 of a second left. Let's see what the West decides to do here. Deep in their own territory. Do you take the knee, Coach, or in an all-star game, do you say, why don't we get something wacky going?
Heck no. You take that knee and you go get some water. That's what you're doing. No, nothing good's going to come out of that. This is the final snap. But what do I know? Maybe they'll come out and take a shot. Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Oh, got a timeout from the East.
Ethan Mason coming in. Again, a young man from Saginaw Heritage High School. Timeout with 0.5 of a second left. Don't forget at halftime, we have just a slew of things coming up. Interview with both coaches. Of course, some reaction from Coach Merchant here on this beautiful campus. The clouds have moved in, but they have not moved that temperature down. It's funny, you look at the weather, especially as you get older. Like, I'm looking at young Robbie right here, and I'm going to sound like Grandpa because I know the weather temperature for like the next week, and one day you will as well. Something happens in life and you become infatuated with weather. Coach, it's supposed to be 80 in the next few days. That's going to feel chilly. I mean, with what we've had the last few days.
It's going to be nice. It's going to be a nice, refreshing change. It's been a hot week. It's been a hot week all week on campus, and we got some hot action going on the field here too. So let's see. They're coming out like they're going to run a play here. Maybe we'll see a little hook and lateral, double pass.
2 receiver split near side, 1 far side. Ethan Mason throws near side. Boy, look at some space. Made one man miss out past the 30. Still trying to get things going. Finally brought down at about the 34-yard line. You can see the boys having some fun out there, huh? Boy, Jalen Johnson, or excuse me, That's Camden Truzenga,
Yeah,
young man
Rockford.
from Rockford.
Yeah, very good player. Made a couple guys miss there, almost popped it. So that's why they didn't listen to me. They almost made a big play there, and they said, hey, take that.
It is halftime here. Why don't we throw it down to our own Liz Kuhn. Liz?
You guys able to get one right there before halftime. What have you liked from this group so far this first half?
Yeah, it was a great drive right before half. We kind of established power for the first time. Our first two possessions, probably threw it a little too much and did too many fancy things, so that's on me. But it's an all-star game. You want to have fun, so.
And what's going to be the message heading into the locker room? Having fun. What's going to be the continuation?
Yeah, I mean, the next possession is really big, coming out of half. If we can get another good drive, run some power, and be physical and mix the offense up, hopefully we get another score.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck. Thanks. Guys?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor. May I direct your attention to
Hey, I'm here, Ron Talley, state champs, with Coach Mick Enders here, the head coach of the West team. Coach, you had a 3-0 shutout. What happened on the last drive defensively?
You know, they're really talented kids over there. You know, we had a couple kids make a play. We had a personal foul, face mask penalty. You know, we get it down inside the 20. We're hurting ourselves right now. And we need to make sure that if we're going to get beat, the other team's doing it, not ourselves.
Offensively, you scored 3, but you had some firepower in the backfield. What do you have to do to put more points up in the second half?
Sustain drives and don't hurt ourselves. You know, the penalties really backed us up, and then we had a turnover inside the 20. Those are things you can't do against quality opponents.
Last question. How much do you have to change in scheme, or after seeing them in the first half, how much adjustments do you make?
Not much. You know, we only have a limited time with these guys, and we just want to make sure that we're keeping it simple so they can go out and play fast.
All right, well, we'll let you get back to it, Coach. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Go West.
Hey, and here we are, 6th.
Coach for 29 years.
Take a look at some of the coaches being inducted. You love to see that. Some guys that, you know, Coach Merchant, we were talking about it earlier. Football season is not coaching season. Make no mistake about that. This is really a year-long love affair with the game, and you love to see some of these guys being recognized and represented here in the great state of Michigan.
Lots of great coaches. The organization does a great job in honoring them. And, congratulations to all the honorees today.
Love to see that. Thanks for coming out. And you love to hear from the coaches as well. You know, both Liz and Ron had a chance to talk to the coaches. Hey, listen, this is a fun day. These guys want to win. The East wants to win. The West wants to win. But you heard them both say, listen, we want to have fun. We want the boys to have fun. And that's what this event is all about. And that's what we try to do here, is have some fun. As you take a look at some of the stands there, as everybody looking to get those liquids in on a day like today. It is a warm one. Some pictures being taken down on the field as well. 6-3, your score at the half. The East on top. As you take a look at some cheerleaders out there, combined group, you love to see that as well. You know, some of these young ladies, heck, they've been cheering their whole life, and maybe, just maybe, this is the last time that they're going to be out there unless they decide to do it at the collegiate level.
Yeah, they put just as much time in, day out, as the football players, so credit to them. And, yeah, I'm sure some of them will be moving on to the next level as well.
When I watch them do those backflips and all that, look at what that.
Yeah, my shoulders, I'm pretty sure, would pop out if I attempted that.
I think I popped a hamstring just watching. my leg is.
That right there, that's
done.
not right.
No.
Both wrists, shoulders, and probably both ankles would be dislocated if I did that.
Incredible athleticism, it really is. And Coach, I know you just mentioned it. You see these young ladies go out there and work every day, and of course they're always there for the football teams. Nothing like being out on a Friday night. Yeah, there just isn't. There's something magical about it, and they're out there as well, regardless of the weather. And Lord knows during football season here in the great state of Michigan, we can see a little bit of everything. You can get a day like today, and you can get some snow and 25 degrees, right?
Absolutely. But that's what makes high school football so great. You've got an entire community involved. So you have the football team, you've got the cheerleaders, you've got the band, you got the student body. It's a really special time for those young people.
Well, it'll be a special time here. Tell us about the home schedule and what people can expect from your team this year, Coach. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're fired up. We open up on September 7th here against St. Xavier out of Chicago. They're a top 15 team in the country, so we're going to find out real quick what we're made out of, but that's okay. So we got a great challenge coming in week 1, and then we go on the road the next week to head out to Chicago ourselves. So fired up to start camp on August 12th, and then open up here at home on September 7th.
Saturday, September 7th. You are cordially invited to get out here and check out Lawrence Tech. And take a look right there. You got the camp coming up as well. Coach, who better to talk about than you?
Yeah, we're excited. This is our first football camp we'll be hosting here. We have, I think, close to 80, 90 kids registered right now, but we're still accepting campers. But it's going to be our whole staff working individually with the campers. We've got kids from the classes of 25, 26, and 27 coming. And gladly, it's going to be a little bit cooler according to the Weather Channel on Tuesday. But this is a great opportunity to get to know our coaching staff, get to see the campus, and for us to build relationships with young people. And, I'm pretty sure we're going to be extending some scholarship offers to the right guys out there on Tuesday night.
Oh, so, isn't that awesome?
Exciting.
What a great opportunity, no doubt. So you got that coming up, and as we mentioned, September 7th. Come out here and take an up-close and personal look at this product as well. So much great football being played all over the state, Coach. And, I think it's great that you're seeing an opportunity like Lawrence Tech pop up for so many of these young players that, hey, listen, their career can continue. And this is a place where you can continue your career, get a great education, and still play the game you love.
Absolutely. That's one of the criteria we look for. Do you love playing football? Is it something that you just have to continue doing? Because it's hard. It's hard to be a college student athlete. The dedication in the classroom, in the weight room, in practice. So our number one thing we're looking for are great students who want to come here and get one of our outstanding degrees and get a great job. And then we want kids that are tremendous competitors that love to train and they love competing and love the game of football. And they can use football to help pay for college and get to keep playing the game that they love a few more years. So, great opportunity, and nothing better than being able to continue your career as long as you can.
Well, and it's interesting, Coach, because one of the things that you and I were talking about that you want to make a staple of this football program is, listen, we're going to play football, we're going to do it the right way, but you have to take care of business in the classroom as well. And when you said that, I promised myself I was going to bring that up, and that is a W for everybody.
100%. We want to get kids that are going to be here for 4 years and graduate, get their degrees, and get great jobs. And we're very proud of the fact that our incoming freshman class has an average GPA of a 3.44.
Oh, you love to see
and that's what we want. We know guys that work hard in the classroom are going to work hard in the weight room and on the football field as well. And then schematically, you can do a lot with those smart players. So that's who we're going to be. And there's absolutely no reason you can't excel in the classroom and on the football field.
Well, third quarter about to begin here. We're about a minute away. 6-3, East on top. Oh, it's still another 10 minutes, yes, of course, regardless of what the clock says. And you let the boys come out and stretch a little bit about that. But, Coach, what do you expect here in this second half? It's, you know what, you go in, you get those fluids in. Hopefully, as you mentioned, the hydration aspect of things started a couple days ago. But what do you expect here?
Yeah, I think you're going to see more of the same. It's just going to be a matter of like who has fewer penalties, who takes care of the football, and who can finish their drives. And I would expect to be a low-scoring second half.
We'll come back in just a couple minutes here, take care of some business with that second half action. He is Coach Scott Merchant, of course, the head coach here at Lawrence Tech. Down on the field, we can't thank Elizabeth Kuhn for what she's doing on the field. Ron Talley as well. I'm Sean Belegian, a great staff behind us. This is fantastic. Can't thank our friends from the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association for having us yet again at the 2024 All-Star Game here on the campus of Lawrence Tech University.
My name is Brad Bush, former president of the High School Football Coach Association and longtime head coach at Chelsea High School. I've had the opportunity for over 20 years to work with Adrenaline Fundraising. In addition to tremendous service and thousands of dollars that we've raised with them, they've been a loyal partner for our Coaches Association for decades. I'd highly encourage any of you to use them for your fundraising needs. Thank you.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Physical therapy is usually the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or even surgery. But what if the best way to fix your aches and pains is to start where you normally finish? At Athletico, our therapists, the same ones who work with world-class athletes and professional dancers, can transform your pain before it progresses to something worse. Because the sooner you start with physical therapy, the sooner you can start changing everything. And it all starts here with no prescription needed at Athletico. Schedule your free assessment today.
What's up, Michigan, and welcome back inside the State Champs Sports Network studio. I'm the Director of Operations for Yellow Flag Productions and State Champs, Lauren Plant, and I want to welcome you to another conversation with the Executive Director of the Michigan High School Sports Association, Mark Ewell. Let's officially welcome you to our house. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, Lauren.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here, and let me just get the gushy stuff out of the way right off the bat. So the partnership that our two organizations have shared has not only been a great one since day one, the day that State Champs took to the airwaves back in 2002. More importantly, how the relationship has grown really over the last 7 years or so. It's just been terrific getting an opportunity for our team to work with your team. So thank you.
You know, with media, kind of old school media, it looks a lot different than it did 20 years ago. And I think those of us that really are passionate about the high school space realized sometimes you need to tell your own story, and the partnership with State Champs and the MHSAA is one of the most valuable relationships and partnerships that we have. So that govern is felt in both directions.
Yes, the feeling is mutual. Yes, all right, so it looks like there's always something happening in the world of Michigan high school sports. What would you say have been the highlights of this past scholastic sports year in the eyes of the MHSAA?
You know, this has really been the most normal year we've had since COVID. And maybe this will be our last time together to where the COVID word even comes up. But, you know, even the subsequent year or two coming out of COVID, it still kind of lurked out there. There were still kind of some workarounds and some contingency plans. This has felt like the most normal school year that we've had since. Attendance, fall, winter, and even spring from the early reports will probably be close to an all-time attendance record again this year, which really just shows that, again, post-pandemic, I think people realized how valuable high school sports were when the threat of it maybe being on pause or even being taken away I think was really, really important. So, no, it's been great. A few unique things this year. We played some championship football games on Sunday at Ford Field this year.
That's right.
That was very, very unique.
Yeah.
A really good winter with good weather, great attendance this winter. In some cases, we had better weather in February and March than we did in early April and May.
I know.
But we're finishing strong, and it's really just been a normal year where we've been able to completely focus on the accomplishments of kids, coaches, teams, and communities, and that's the way that we want it.
Of course, we're already looking ahead to the fall because that's just what we do. In fact, the first practice for teams will be in about 9 weeks. So enjoy the time you have now. Another change in a couple of years as it relates to football is capping the enrollment for 8-player to 250 students at that school. Why was this move necessary?
So adding 8-player football has been a great thing in our state overall. So the viewers and listeners know that for a lot of years, we've had 8 divisions of the 11-player. We added a 9th division for 8-player, and then a few years later, we went from 1 division to 2 division of 8-player. As things have really evolved over the last decade, the one group of schools that are really feeling the most pain are our smallest schools still playing 11-player football.
Right.
Because a lot of those small schools in those communities, which, by the way, 8-player has kept football alive in many of our communities in our state.
Agreed.
But what was happening is some of the smallest schools were going the 8-player route, while then the rest of the league said, well, just based on scheduling, I guess we have to play 8-player as well. So it's really isolated some of our smallest schools, still trying to keep 11-player going. And in every year, that cutoff, that enrollment cutoff for Division 8 has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. So we really needed to do something intentional to help our smallest schools still playing 11-player football. And so now what we'll do is next spring, when we get everybody's enrollment based on their February count, we'll now draw that line for Division 8 at 250. So any school that is 250 or smaller, you'll automatically be in Division 8. If that means that, because right now currently we've got 8 equal divisions of about 64 schools.
Mm-hmm.
And if that means that only 40 schools are below 250, that'll be your group for D8, and then the other 7 divisions will divide those out equally. What we hope is by protecting D8 with 250 and below, it might get some schools who are somewhere in the 200s who have made the move to 8-player who may now say, well, wait a minute. This now gives us a real chance to compete again. As an 11-player school, our program is growing, our numbers are up. Because also, don't forget, when 8-player football came along, that was the time where everybody was writing the obituary for football.
Yeah.
You go back a decade or so ago talking about concussions and, whoever the president was at the time, would you let your son play football?
Right.
That was the thought. So I came down with a couple of coworkers and my brother, and we were walking around the Thursday night of the NFL draft. And I said it to him. I said, how interesting is we walk around and see downtown Detroit never looking better with, close to 700,000 of our very best friends and looking at the excitement of that Thursday night and saying, remember back about a decade when everybody said, you know what, you just give it a few years, football's going away. I would argue that there's no safer time to play football than today with the equipment advances, all of the information and education that is out there about concussion and head injury, the way that the playing rules have changed, the different ways that we now officiate the game, the way that we're coaching the game. There is not a more safe time to play football than today, and I think that's part of the success story. And as numbers grow, I think this really could help some of our 8-player schools jump back into 11 players. So that's not yet for this fall. That'll go into effect the year after, but we think that'll be a really good thing for our small schools that still want to play the 11-player game and try and get to that D8 final on that first morning at Ford Field.
There is more news that you can discover regarding some regulations, changes, information regarding sports medicine and officials. Find the press release selection at MHSAA.com. Well, as we wrap this conversation, is there anything else you'd like to let the people know about?
Just that MHSAA.com is literally your one-stop shop. It's tickets, it's video, it's live streams, it's scores, it's schedules. So if you really want to be in the loop on what's new, what's happening, MHSAA.com is really the place to be. And again, we're kind of back in the normalcy after the pandemic. One of my lasting lessons coming out of COVID, with all of the angst and opinions and emotions when things were paused and then started and then had to pause again based on our government regulations at the time. My biggest takeaway, Lauren, is the work we do is important. The work that we do and the programs we offer is important in kids' lives, in their families' lives, in their community, in their school, and it really makes you feel good. It's a great responsibility, certainly, that you need to make sure that you answer the bell and come through on those programs. But what we do is important. What we do is valued, and that really keeps myself and our staff going every day.
He is the executive director of the MHSA. Good luck as the spring season winds down, and then we'll all gear up and get excited for the fall.
Thanks, Lauren. Always great to be with you.
All right. Thank you.
Working with Adrenaline Fundraising and Dave Powell has been a tremendous asset to our football program. Despite being a small school, in one drive we were able to raise over $15,000 to spend on helmets and shoulder pads. Dave and Adrenaline do most of the work for you, so it's a real easy fundraiser, and again, they're great to work with. Dave has sponsored numerous different things for us, including a hole at our golf outing. So if you're looking for a way to raise some money for your program, I highly recommend Adrenaline Fundraising and Dave Powell.
With eyes raised above what is, there is a view of what could be. Beyond all known horizons are visions of an unformed future, brimming with curiosity that can change everything. When looking for the technology and tools that will turn your curiosity into magic, look no further. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Physical therapy is usually the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or even surgery. But what if the best way to fix your aches and pains is to start where you normally finish? At Athletico, our therapists, the same ones who work with world-class athletes and professional dancers, can transform your pain before it progresses to something worse. Because the sooner you start with physical therapy, the sooner you can start changing everything. And it all starts here with no prescription needed at Athletico. Schedule your free assessment today.
The 2024 Michigan High School Football Coaches Association All-Star Game is presented by Adrenaline Fundraising. More money, less time, guaranteed.
Well, take a look at that beautiful campus. Love that shot. That's where we're at. Well, not there. We're here, right there at the football field. So glad you can join us. Of course, the head coach here at Lawrence Tech, Coach Merchant. I'm Sean Belegian, Elizabeth Kuhn, and Ron Talley down on the field. You'll be happy to know before we start this second half, Coach, both Elizabeth and Ron are okay. They came up here, they had some water, they are both okay. We joke, we kid, but it is a warm one out there.
Yeah, we don't want them cramping up down there.
No, don't need that. Don't need that. Take a look, having some fun out there. Look at that shot right there. There is one of the guys that certainly made some plays in that first half. Nance, of course, out of West Bloomfield. East with a 6-3 lead as we are about to start this third quarter of action. The East in the blue will be receiving. South end zone heading due north. Up what? Northwestern? Up Northwestern Freeway here, the Lodge.
Well, M10.
Gotta like that.
M10.
Easy to get to here on the campus of Lawrence Tech. No doubt about it. There are a whole bunch of different ways to get here, and we'd love to see you out here for a game.
Line drive.
Line drive kick.
Oh, they got
taken
Nance
by
back
Nance
there.
about 2 yards deep. He comes
got
up the
room.
middle. Look out, 20, 30. Makes a cut at the 35. Finally
Nice
gang
return
tackled there. But, Coach, how about that? About a 40-yard return out of the end zone off that squib kick.
It's the third big play he's made today. It's the third big play. He's a talented young man out of a great football program there at West Bloomfield. And I like that. You don't normally see him putting the quarterback back there deep, but he's definitely a weapon.
Well, you could see him posing for the cameras beforehand. He probably knew something we did not know. All right, we've seen him on the ground quite a bit here. Daniel Kent looking over that defense. Going to keep it on the ground here again. A little space over the right side, out past the 40, brought down at about the 42-yard line. Good gain on first down. 5, setting up a 2nd and 5. Yasha Yansky. Thank you. We found out that's how you say it. That's not the right way you say it. I want to make sure I get it right. But we had...
I know it's John.
Yes. Okay. Yash Yanovsky. Okay, there you go.
A
How's
fumble.
that?
We got a fumble.
Fumble, and it looks like the West may have recovered that. They are. Boy, you don't think these guys want to win this game? Take a look at that. Take a look at that celebration. And the defense all fired coming off the field.
I don't think he ever got it. They had trouble with the exchange here. You'll see coming up. Yeah, he never had it.
Yeah, I don't think he ever got it. Well, and how things can change in the game of football. Looked like the East had a little something going. The West gets the big turnover, and all of a sudden they are set up with great field position at the East 42-yard line. Trip receivers near side, one far side. Shotgun formation, back to pass. Trying to get that little tunnel. Not that time. Great job coming over defensively. Noah Bishop, the defensive end from Cass Tech out there making plays.
Jalen Johnson did a nice job from his corner position there too. He got off the block and came down and got in on the action as well.
Let's see what the West can do here. Ethan Mason, we've seen a lot of him so far here tonight. Young man from Saginaw Heritage. Boy, quite the athletic programs up there, no doubt about that. Now
here.
some Wildcat. Back to Mason, rolling, firing, completing. Had to come back to pick up that reception, but some positive yardage. All right, let's go down to the field. Ron Talley. Ron?
We're here with Carson Schnerstein, and he just made a big takeaway. Tell us what happened.
Oh, I think one of our D linemen forced a fumble. Kind of just fell right into my hands. So, yeah, big turnover to start the second half. So, pretty hyped up over here.
Hey, he made a big play earlier as well. Hey, Carson, tell us about that play.
Yeah, so basically, I think they ran a counter and kind of bounced outside, and I just scraped over and tried to wrap up as best I could.
Oh, yeah, that's big time. That's big time. Keep balling.
Yes, sir.
Boy, doesn't he just look like a football player? You could see him down there, and he's getting the boys all hyped up. Let's see what the West does here. A handoff on the previous play to Price. Nothing doing that time. Young man on a Muskegon who certainly has had his moment. So a big fourth down here, Coach, and is expected in an all-star game like this. They're going to go for it. Fourth, and we'll call it about 3.5. Clock running. 9:15 to go here in this third quarter. Trip receivers far side, one near side. Single setback. Price. Mason lines up, shotgun formation. Claps the hands once, twice, gets the snap. Back to pass, going far side of the field. Timing route complete. Good ball. Came back and got it. How about that, Coach?
Nice ball, good timing. Way to come back to the ball there by the wide receiver.
Want to tell you about Adrenaline. More money, less time guaranteed. The top fundraising platform that empowers schools, teams, and other groups to raise more money than they ever thought possible. Get started today at adrenalinefundraising.com. Trip receivers near side. Mason now under center. Backs out.
Yeah, Wildcat.
Wildcat formation again. Handoff to Price. Makes a cut at the 25. Good decision there. Picks up about 2 more yards after that. Boy, the Wildcat was the craze about 10, 12 years ago, and it seems to be creeping back in a little bit, Coach.
You don't see your quarterback as your lead blocker very often, so you got to like it when your Q is willing to throw his weight around in there.
Price is going to check out now. Mason stays in. Ethan Mason. 2 receivers split near side, 1 on the far side on this 2nd and 3. Mason rolls near side, throws, completes at about the 18-yard line. A good job tying him up and bringing him down. Flag, you can see the West guy's calling for a flag. The official saying no. But we got a man down, slow to get up on the near side of the field. I think we're going to get that official's timeout. Boy, you don't want to see that.
It's Camden Cruzinga out of Rockford. Hope he's okay down there. Took a big hit from Stone Chaney from Catholic Central. Was hustling to the ball. Let's hope Camden's okay.
That's the last thing anybody wants to see.
Right.
Good. Young man is up.
Looks like he's okay.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. They're going to happen on a day where it's 90-plus degrees. It's called a power surge. You haven't missed much. The West threatening with a 1st and goal inside the 5. Handoff to Price. Up the middle, puts his head down.
There's another
touchdown.
power surge right there. Oh, they went to the Wildcat and direct snap there to number 1 out of Muskegon. Ran the power. Oh, baby.
Boy, you just became an official broadcaster, huh? Did you hear Coach talking about the power surge there? Way to go, Coach.
Keep setting me up with those softballs. I might sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Well, as you met, we were talking about it earlier, Coach, that Wildcat, right?
Yeah.
They're pulling it out, and when you got an athlete like Price, my goodness gracious.
Well, you gain an extra head as a blocker there, and that's the whole thought behind it when you can run your cue, and they did a real nice job. We like to say you want to follow your fat on that. That's your puller. You follow your fat and use those big fellas up in there. And we mean that in the most affectionate way possible.
I get it. My smoker gets it as well. I put that meat, the fat side up, so that fat can go into the meat and make it so much better. Trust me when I say that. Timeout. Let's see, Coach, if they decide to go for 2. In case you're just joining us, the East scored in the first half, and they said, we're going to go for 2. There's your man.
Yeah, now that extra point looms big because they're down 3 right now. If West comes out and kicks the extra point, they're up 4, which, they can't tie you with a field goal. So they're chasing that extra point right now on the east side.
Jacob Price with that impressive touchdown run. Young man from Muskegon. What more can I say about Muskegon football, Coach? That whole area just producing so many quality players.
Lots of great teams, lots of great programs out there. Looks like they brought the kicker out here. I think that's Logan Knapp out of Lawton. So they're gonna go for the PAT and try to push the lead to 4.
Waits the snap. Mason on the hold. Snap is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 5:10 to go, the West takes that lead again. And as you mentioned, Coach, that's a big one. Getting that extra point on the board makes it a 10-6 game. By the way, Reaction Technologies, cutting-edge sports technology company, founded in response to a 13-year-old football player becoming paralyzed due to using incorrect tackling technique. The company's flagship product, the Heads Up Trainer, specifically addresses the root causes of incorrect techniques that cause sports-related injuries. To learn more, go to @reactiontechsports.com.
Well, let's hope the only power surges we have for the rest of this game are on the field, all right?
Yes.
Let's make sure that's the only one.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there. By the way, can I give you guys some props here to be in this booth with that air conditioning going, Coach? Oof. Another good thing going here on the campus of Lawrence Tech, huh?
Well,
The booths with the air conditioning.
We are a technological university, so.
Hey, we joke, we kid, but a lot of great things going on out here, including this game so far. The West with a 10-6 lead. Kicking off. Let's see if the East can get a little something going here.
Quez Nance.
Nance again. Middle of the end zone, makes a cut at the 10, breaks out of a would-be tackle at 15, takes it up to the 18. Give him about a 20-yard return there. So unofficially now, Coach, I think he had about a 35-yard return and about a 20 return there. This is a young man that gets some things done. Let's throw it down on the field to another man that gets things done, Ron Talley. Ron?
We have Jacob Price here after a big touchdown. How does it feel?
It feels good. I seen my guys blocking for me, and I just got in there. They know they can't stop me.
Hey, you had a heck of a drive right there. What was key? Was it your big dogs in front of you?
Yeah, it was them. It was the quarterback. It was the wide receivers blocking because we want to win. So we're going to go out there. We're going to dominate just like the West Side do all the time. You know, West Side the best side. Come on now.
Hey, love it. One more thing. You all had a special personnel, and all of a sudden we saw you, and we saw a bunch of 300-pound guys. Is that something that you really appreciate and you look forward to when you go to college?
Yes, I just love running behind the big guys because, you know, I'm so short, you know. So, like, when I get all them big dudes in front of me, I just go underneath, just duck, and then they don't see me till it's the end. I scored already.
Hey, you heard it here. It's now 10-6 with the West on top after a big touchdown from Jacob Price.
Yes, sir. TD Jake out.
Having some fun down there. And
giving himself his own plug there.
Tell you what, the West having a little fun as well right now. Looking downfield, though, kind of a 500 ball, like we used to play 500 in the backyard, just throwing it up there. Looking downfield, Daniel Kent. Play broken up, had a couple West defenders out there, but it looks like the West starting to assert themselves a little bit, especially line of scrimmage here, Coach. 3rd and long situation now for the East. 4:15 to go here in this third quarter with the West on top, 10-6.
Tough spot right now for the offense. You're backed up inside your own 20, and it's 3rd and 12. You got to be smart with the ball here.
Well, let's see what they decide to do here. Daniel Kent stays in at quarterback. They're going to keep it tight again. Looks over that defense.
Little fullback trap.
Fullback. Not much room up there.
No, they didn't fool anyone on that one.
Tyson Hill. Tyson Hill, a young man from Chelsea, didn't have much of a chance there. So with 4 minutes to go, East's going to have to punt from deep in their own territory on this very warm Saturday afternoon in late June.
West is going to get the ball with some good field position here.
Hey, registration is now open for the 2024 fall semester at Lawrence Technology University. Go to ltu.edu for more information. Lawrence Tech University, be curious, make magic. Well, you're absolutely right. Going to have to get away a good punt here. Wind not much of a factor today. The breeze is coming up, but
nice
not
punt.
a lot. That's a great punt. That's going to go back, take a little bit of an east bounce, then go sideways. But as well, to get yourself out of that hole, Coach, and put that all the way down to the 38-yard line. You got to love that.
It's a great punt. Really helped to get his team out of a hole there. Now we'll see what the East defense, how they respond. They really need to get a stop here, get the ball back. West is kind of starting to flex their muscles a little bit.
Coach, one thing I've noticed, and I'm sure you know this coaching here, is there's a swirling wind down this way, you know, off the expressway. It looks like it's blowing one way in the south end zone. You look to the north end zone, and it's barely moving. That's just one of the things that add to a very unique viewing experience, and hopefully you get a chance to come down here and see a game as well. West sets up shop on their own 38-yard line. 2 receivers split far side, 1 near side. 1st and 10 for the West. keeper all the way. Hits the 40, flags come flying, a pickup of about 4, but I have a feeling this one is coming back, Coach.
Yeah, we're either going to have a hold or maybe an illegal chop block there. Not sure. Something happened. Something happened on the interior line for sure. Let's see what the call is here.
Still having a conversation. Clock stop, 3:11 to go. Yeah, good call, Coach. Move that back, first down. Let's see that temperature, Kevin. What do you got? I want to show off Kevin's great graphic. Look at that graphic in the corner. Up to 92 right now. Was that Chuck's graphic? Was that Kevin's graphic? Who do I give attribution there to? Everybody. Look at that. Look at that. How about that team effort right there?
Team effort.
Nobody pointing at themselves, Coach. That's what it's all about.
There's no I in team, boys. No I in team.
Coach Merchant and I are going to take credit for that as well then. Back to pass on first down. No chance that time. Kind of short arm that. Great coverage far side of the field. Pass falls incomplete. 2nd and 25 now for the West. Up 10-6 with 2:55 to go here in the third quarter.
Number 12, Galen Johnson out of Belleville.
Let's see what they dial up here. Try to get something going, Coach. West gets something going here, and look out. They already have a 10-6 lead.
Yeah, that chop block really set them back there. 2nd and 25 now. Not a lot of great play calls on 2nd and 25.
Trip receivers, far side, one near side. They hand it off, though. Good tackle. Smelled that out very, very nicely. That's, I believe, William Gaskell, the 5th from Milan. Good play there.
Very nice tackle in space, one-on-one. He doesn't get him down there. There's some room.
3rd and 22. See if they try to catch him here as well, Coach. We see that time and time again.
Wouldn't be surprised. Quick screen here, maybe Q draw.
Empty
Just
backfield.
keep it conservative.
Trip receivers far side, 2 near side. Jacob claps his hands. Back to pass. Going to step up in the pocket. Now he's forced to run. Good coverage downfield. Nothing doing there. Got up to about the 32-yard line. Good job by Risberg to give him a little bit of room. But, Coach, as you mentioned it, those penalties to start a drive like that, it's a killer.
Drive killers. Drive killers. Penalties and turnovers. It'll get you.
Hey, Zott Carts is your pre-owned golf cart specialist, proudly serving Southeast Michigan. We offer in-house, on-the-spot financing, along with same-day driveway. Need the cart delivered? We offer home delivery with our Dreams to Driveways program. Check us out at zotscarts.com. Appreciate all that they do for high school sports. Boy, breaking out of one tackle, breaking out another tackle. Look, still keeping this alive. A whole lot of work to pick up an additional 5 yards. But, Coach, it isn't just about the 5 yards. Coaches love to see that effort, and that gets the boys fired up as well. That's that emotional charge that sometimes teams need.
Yeah, maybe that'll be the play they need to pick them up here on the O, and let's see if the East can get it going a little bit. They need somebody to make a big play for them right now. Somebody's got to pick up the offense and step up and make a play.
49-yard line, $1:14 to go here in this third quarter. East trails 10-6. Kent in at quarterback. Steps in, now steps out. Changing things up a little bit, Coach.
Spreading it out.
Kent gets the snap, back to pass. Miscommunication there. And that is, looks to me, Coach, you can correct me if I'm wrong, the boys haven't had a lot of time to work together, so getting on the same page is a lot easier said than done.
100%. Tough to put in a full offense in 2 or 3 days here. So just a little miscommunication there between the receiver and the Q. Not surprised to see that in an all-star game.
Daniel Kent from Dearborn. Lanky quarterback. He's had his moments. Hey, listen, all these guys have their moments. You're not at a game like this unless you are pretty darn good player. And there's a lot of pretty darn good players out there here today. 2nd and 10 on their own 49-yard line. Kent barks out the signals. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Feels the pressure. Lets her fly. Got a man going down the sideline. Incomplete. Boy, had a step. Kelberg had a step. The tight end, former Patriot from Livonia Franklin, just couldn't connect on that far sideline. Got a man down at about the 40-yard line, but he popped back up. Love to see that. Kind of coming off right now, that is Brock Pelong from Chippewa Hills. Hope he's okay. Looks no worse for the wear.
Jogged off the field. Looks like he's okay.
All right, so a 3rd and 10 here from their own 49-yard line. Boy, the West, both sides of the ball, Coach, really making a statement here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it's been all West in the 3rd for sure. See what the East is going to do here on 3rd and 10.
2 receivers near side, 2 far side. Running back starts on the quarterback's left hip, now switches back to the left. One-on-one coverage, far side looking for Kelber, picked off. Look out, 40, 45, 50, into East territory, finally pushed out of bounds about the 40-yard line. Ty Benzinger, young man from Gaylord High School. How about that? The Gremlin from Gaylord.
Tried to run a switch concept there. Tried to go back to Kelbert, the big tight end, and safety sitting back there all over it.
Yeah, picked up on that, no doubt about it.
2024 MHSFCA All-Star Class.
Look at that. All right, so let's see if the West can take advantage of that. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Boy, really looking to take advantage of this. Jackson Riceberg going to hand it off. Price again, got some room. Makes a cut at the 35. Little shimmy step at the 32. Dives forward. Got enough for a first down. Boy, you got to like this Price, Coach. He's had himself a game.
I like him a lot. He can run with speed. He can run with power. He's got good vision. He's a nice looking back out of Muskegon.
Going to start the clock here.
That might be the last play of the quarter here. We'll see if they let it run down or if they're going to run one more play.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Looks like
2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Claps his hands.
Got a cheapie.
Got their flag.
Got a
that extra 5 yards. Maybe that's why you run that. You see if you can run that
that's
one
right,
play,
man.
Coach.
Take your free 5 there, right?
Boy, a 3rd quarter that was all West. Make no mistake about it. They took the lead, but I think most importantly, they took control on both sides of the field. We're going to start this clock. That should be the last play of this 3rd quarter. Don't you go anywhere. 4th quarter action next with the West on top, 10-6 and threatening here on the State Champs Network.
My name is Brad Bush, former president of the High School Football Coach Association and longtime head coach at Chelsea High School. I've had the opportunity for over 20 years to work with Adrenaline Fundraising. In addition to tremendous service and thousands of dollars that we've raised with them, they've been a loyal partner for our Coaches Association for decades. I'd highly encourage any of you to use them for your fundraising needs. Thank you.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
At Hungry Howie's, we have a flavor philosophy. It's that you deserve to mix and match the most delicious flavor you've ever had with even more of the most delicious flavor you've ever had. But how can you mix and match the most delicious flavor twice at the same time? Well, we're not in the business of logic. We're in the business of blowing your flavor-loving mind with flavor upon flavor. Philosophize on that. Get any 2 items on the mix and match menu, including the 2-topping flatbread pizza for $6.99 each.
Hungry
Howie's.
We're former athletes, so this is something that really touches home with us. And seeing a kid become seriously injured through the game of football that we played, that we loved, made us want to make a difference. One of the most critical parts of a tackle in football is having your head up and command of the game situation and seeing what you're hitting. Our product is an accessory in football that wraps around a tackling dummy. And what it does is it forces the player to have their head up at the point of contact. Our goal, I know it's a big goal, but we want this to be implemented for everybody under the age of 17.
The 2024 Michigan High School Football Coaches Association All-Star Game is presented by Adrenaline Fundraising. More money, less time, guaranteed.
Hello, everyone. I'm joined with the All-Star Cheerleader head coach, Coach Wilson. How much fun has it been to be with these girls, be the head coach in their last high school experience?
It's been really exciting to be with all these seniors. They're incredible athletes. They've put in their time, not only like throughout their 4 years of high school, but here this week practicing and getting ready for the event. It's been awesome.
Yeah, and what have you guys been up to? What have been some of the events you've been doing while they've been here?
Yeah, we've had a few practice sessions, obviously getting in as much work as we can to put together some choreography for a halftime performance, so it's been really fun.
Yeah, and I know it's hot, but how much fun have you guys been having?
Well, ladies, how much fun are we having?
West All-Star, driving, first and 5.
Oh, isn't that cool? Good for them. Outstanding. Fourth quarter, about to commence. Pitch it out to Price. Price with some space. Look out, inside the 10, inside the 5, the 20, inside the 15. That young man just doesn't give up on plays, Coach.
I would keep feeding him the ball. Right now, he's feeling it. Unless he needs a rest, I'm riding that guy. Give him the rock.
That's a first down all the way. They're going to mark him smack dab on the 15-yard line. Not a bad decision. Jackson Risberg, young man from Lowell, has trip receivers near side, one far side. Price on his right hip. They're up 10-6, threatening for more. Timeout on the field. The East is going to take a timeout and talk about things. While they take a timeout, it gives us an opportunity to talk about the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association and how they support all of the high school football coaches throughout the great state of Michigan. Check out the 2023 Coaches Hall of Fame class at MHSFCA.com. Can't thank the High School Football Coaches Association for doing this enough. Boy, I've been in Grand Valley for one of these games. I've been in Saginaw for one of these games, but it's been great to be here right smack dab on the campus of Lawrence Tech the last couple of years, Coach. This is a great venue for a game like this.
Love high school football in the state of Michigan. We're honored to host this game, and hopefully it's going to be here at LTU for a lot more years.
I hope so. Kind of easy to get to from wherever you are. Kind of the mixing bowl area out here in Southfield. Trip receivers, near side, one far side. Keeper this time. Risberg makes a cut at about the 13, maybe dives forward to about the 12. We'll give him 3 on that carry. Setting up 2nd and 7. West on top, 10-6, threatening. Any points here would be good, obviously. A touchdown here. Oh, boy, you're putting the pressure on the East. Make no mistake about that.
2nd and 7.
As they milk the clock inside 11 minutes to go. 2 receivers far side. 1 on the near side. Price starts to the left of Risberg. Now behind him. Back to pass, looking, end zone, firing, incomplete. Over the head of the intended receiver. Good coverage that time by Jalen Johnson, the young man from Belleville. Well, let's see what they dial up here on third down. Surprised they didn't hand the ball off, Coach. That had been the bread and butter.
Yeah, they've been moving the ball well on the ground, so I was a little surprised there too. Felt like they had the defense back on their heels, but probably felt like they could maybe get an easy one there off the play action look. Interesting to see if they're going to set up going for it on fourth or they're going to try to get the first down right here.
Pitch it to Price. Makes a cut at the 15. Makes one man miss. Makes another. Can't miss third and fourth. Great pursuit that time. You could tell the defense was kind of like, all right, you've had your way, but that time stepping up and making some plays. Joey DeBrinket, we've called his name a few times here tonight.
Joey's been all over the field. Really, really physical player, high motor, and he is not disappointed today with the way he's played. This is a big field goal here to put him up by 7.
Knapp is already hit from 35 yards, an extra point as well. This one is going to be about, we'll call it 31. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Yes, sir.
So we got a touchdown game here. 13-6 with 9:50 to go. See if the East can get that offense going a little bit. Certainly in this game, Coach.
As much as the West has dominated this second half, they're still only 7 points out of this. So it's a one-score game. East can really turn this around right now. So, again, what's happened prior to this, they're still in a great position to come back and get this thing tied up.
In case you missed it, the East decided to go for 2 on their touchdown. Let's see if they do that again this time, Coach. If they get down the field and could put it in the end zone, do they say, hey, forget this tie stuff, let's go for the W?
Going for the dub.
I always like that call. I know it's easy
especially
for me to say
especially in the heat
that.
like this.
Yeah.
You don't want to see the game go to OT usually. So, I mean, that's a great call. I think if they come down and score, I wouldn't be surprised to see that at all.
Well, this goes back to what you were talking about earlier, Coach, how all of those guys, like myself, sitting on the couch with my bowl of Cheetos, know more about football than you. It's easy for me to say that while I have orange Cheeto stain all over my fingers. Go for it. Go for 2.
What's he doing?
Oh, there's a reason why this game is the biggest in the United States of America. Make no mistake about that. Kick taken about 3 yards deep. Coming up the middle of the field. Big hit there at about the 17-yard line and brought down there. So we'll see what the East can get going. Here's to our local small business owners and everything you do to help our business succeed. Your local State Farm agent knows what it takes because they run a small business too. Call one of our featured agents today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ty Fournier was on the tackle.
When I was younger, Coach, I think there was a time, you always heard the term America's pastime. I like to think maybe in the late 80s you just saw football, or the early 80s you just saw football. Football is by far and away the biggest sport in America. Make no mistake about it.
I definitely think if you asked this country what their greatest sports passion is, it would be the game of football.
It is.
There's something about it, collegiately, pro, high school. People are just diehards when it comes to the game of football, and it's just something special.
Yep, no doubt. Well, let's see if the East can get a little something going here. They need to. Kent going to keep it on the ground. A little space.
Good tackle.
That space closed up quickly. You are absolutely right, Coach. Just a great tackle down there.
Great stick up front by number 9, Anthony Purdue out of Grand Blanc.
Anthony Purdue out of Grand Blanc. He's a good-looking safety out of Grand Blanc. He really came down and filled that hole from the safety position. Looked like he had some room, and he came and closed it quick.
Gain of 3, setting up a 2nd and 7 from the 24-yard line. Daniel Kent still in at quarterback. Under center, going to pitch it. Some room again, near side. Can he hit the edge? No. Good pursuit there by the guys in red. Minimal gain up to about, we'll call it the 25-yard line. Well, let's see where they mark him. They're going to mark him forward to about the, actually the 27-yard line. Setting up what should be a 3rd and 5.
Anthony Purdue again on the tackle there, so he's been pretty active from that safety spot. Now you got to be careful as a safety coming up and making those tackles in the run game, because the minute they see that, they're going to pull it out and go over the top of you there.
Clock running, 8:15 to go. Huge 3rd and 5 here. Still in at quarterback, Daniel Kent.
Nothing.
Going to try it on the ground and nothing doing there. Nice second effort to maybe take it up to about the 28-yard line, but still you're talking about 3.5 yards short. And with the clock running, 7:50 to go.
Looks like they're going to go for it here.
Not surprised at all in a game like this at Blue Devil Stadium here on the campus of Lawrence Tech University. 13-6.
It's the game right here.
Absolutely. Gutsy call here. Daniel Kent looking over that defense. Hands it off, first down. Good little delay there, and then just power over that left side out past the 30. Got about 5 when they needed about 3.5. Gutsy call.
Yep. Ran a little cross-buck action there, a little misdirection, and back hit the hole real nicely, just enough to get the first down.
Clock running, 7:15 to go here now. 4th quarter. Brings that offense back up. Nothing fancy here. This is mano a mano now. Trying it again. Boy, they found a little something they like on the left side of that line, Coach, and stretching them out a little bit. You take 4 or 5 yards a pop every time on a run.
You will, but you got to watch the clock a little bit here. We're at 6:45 and counting, and if you're going to keep running the ball like this 4 or 5 yards, you might have to pick up the pace a little bit.
2nd and 6 up at the 37-yard line. Keeping it in tight again. Nansen at quarterback. He hands it off.
Big
Inside.
fella.
Look out. The big fella with some room into
Rumbling.
West territory. Look at that. Oh, you gotta love it.
Carrying guys on his back.
Oh, isn't that great? Well, you know what it is? You always have to worry when Nance comes in how he can do some things with his feet, and I think that opened up some stuff there.
1, 2,
look at that.
3.
Have an official timeout.
We like to call that yak yardage.
Ooh,
yards after contact.
Is that Devin Pettis, I believe, out of Canton, if I'm not mistaken? I couldn't tell.
It's a great individual effort there. He broke about 4 tackles and refused to go down.
Yeah, you love to see that. Hey, by the way, what if the best way to treat your pain is to start with physical therapy? Well, the same athletical therapists who work with world-class athletes and professional dancers can transform your pain before it progresses to something worse. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. It all starts with Athletico. The Athletico MVP of the game will be announced at the conclusion of this contest. Yeah, no pressure, Coach. We're going to put you on the spot to ask for the Athletico player of the game at some point in time. We got a couple options out there right now.
I think it's still to be determined.
Yes.
We got 6 minutes left. Game's still in the balance. Who's going to step up and make the game-winning play here?
Nance under center again. This
Watch
time
out.
he's going to keep
gone.
it. There's that speed. Look
He
out.
gone.
30, 25, 20. Makes a cut. Finally brought down at the 15-yard line.
That might be my vote right there. He's been making plays all day. We'll see We'll see how it shakes out here in the last 6, but Mr. Nance has been a difference maker for the East squad.
There is no substitute for speed. There just isn't. And that kid has speed to burn.
Just under 6 minutes.
Good job taking the angle, though, because I'm with you. I thought he was gone. And they took a good angle to force him down at about the 15-yard line. Clock running, 5:40 to go in this one. 13-6 West on top, but the East is threatening. Nance looking over that defense now. Looks to the left, then to the right, gets the handoff. Gives the handoff. Big tackle there. Right about the line of scrimmage.
Number 8, Ryer Snow out of Grand Rapids West Catholic.
Ryer Snow cut him in half there. He went low, took his legs out. Textbook tackle right there by Mr. Snow.
Look at that. Right about the line of scrimmage. No gain there. Clock continues to run.
Out of the great program out there, West Catholic in Grand Rapids area.
2nd and 10. 4:50 to go. Nance looks to the right. Still looking that way. Now the left. Looking over that defense. Juggles the snap. Keeps it himself. But crisis averted. You could see the snap just kind of popped out, so he pulled it back in and just said, I'm going to see what I can get. Ends up picking up a yard, but now, Coach, a critical 3rd and 9 here with 4:25 to go.
Yeah, but you know you're going for it on 4th down. So you got 2 plays to get it. You know what happened, I think, right there is you can see they're bringing in the other quarterback here, so it might be, he more of a passing situation. But when it's this hot and humid out, as a cue, your hands get wet, the ball pops up like that. It's, people take that center quarterback exchange for granted. It is not an easy thing on a day like today.
Daniel Kent back in. Kent gonna hand it off. Try the left side of the line. They've had some success here. Surge up to about the 10, but that's about it. Give him 4, setting up a huge 4th down here. This is where all those armchair quarterbacks, boy, what big decision here. We can all sit there and debate. Do you go for it? Do you try to kick and get within 4? I don't think there's any debate here what you're doing. You're going for it.
You have to go for this. You don't even know if you're going to get the ball back. So you're down by 7, kicking it. You're still down by 4. Field goal doesn't help you, so you got to go for it here.
Jake Esch checks in late. Young man from Fowlerville.
Offsides.
Movement up front.
Got him to jump.
And there's your flag. Oh, baby.
There we go. Penalties.
Oh, baby. That should be enough for a 1st down.
Those are
Yep, there it is. Absolutely. Oh, what a huge one that is with 3:05 to go.
3:05 left in the game.
See what they're
going to take as much off this clock as they can, and I'm gonna guess they're going to go for 2 if they can get it in here.
Daniel Kent
big fella,
hands it off.
Big fella.
Handoff stopped at the 4. This time they got low.
Did a nice job standing him up there and then rallying to the ball.
No doubt about that.
Number 20, Bennett Vandenberg there out of Constantine High School.
Paying the price. Schnurstein as well out of Portage Central, getting down there, going low on the big fella. Picks up 1, and Coach, you're right. I think it's going out to the barn, getting that bench out, and milking that clock a little bit here inside the 5.
It's going to be all or nothing right here.
Daniel Kent taking his time. Hand it off, up the middle, nothing doing again.
Tough sledding in there. Mr. Hill out of Chelsea High School is a talented running back, but defensive front did a great job there, standing him up. No gain.
Oh, baby. This is what it's all about, right? Mano a mano.
They're getting their money's worth today. This thing's going down to the final whistle here. So.
Look at clock continues to run. 1:40 to go. Look at all the boys, both sidelines. You think they want to win this game? Heck, yes, they do. huge third down here. And you know there's another one coming if they don't get it here. Going to keep it on the ground. Try the middle. Broke one tackle. Can't break the second. Up to the 3. 9 feet away from taking the lead.
Anthony Purdue again from his safety spot coming down there and making his presence known. Well, this is it.
This is it. Let's see what the East decides to call here. A minute left in this game. Kent at the QB.
Might want to get a timeout here. Looks like we got some guys running on and off. Nope.
Nope.
Oh, they might have broke the huddle with 12 there.
All right, let's see. 45 seconds to go.
Are they missing a guy?
Kent.
Oh, they're putting the big fella in the
looking to
backfield.
the sideline. We mentioned Fridge earlier.
Oh, there we go.
And we're going to call a timeout. Yeah.
Looked like there was a little bit of confusion there. You know, you don't want to have a mental mistake on a play that big, so good timeout there by Coach Mensing, and we'll get everything squared away here and call your best play, try to get the ball to your best player, see what happens.
Well, listen, this is what you want in a game like this, Coach. You want to keep everybody healthy, you want to have some fun, but hey, anybody's game with 35 seconds to go here, right?
That's all you can ask for right now.
So you got the camp coming up in a couple days, right?
Yeah, Tuesday night we'll be out here 5 to 8. If you're in the class of 25, 26, or 27, still got a little bit of room available, but we will be out here in full force under the lights.
Isn't that awesome? Oh, is that cool? Oh, I bet this is beautiful at night. No doubt about that. You know, you always think of those day games on a college football Saturday, but boy, I bet a place like this, Coach, looks beautiful on a Saturday night.
Yeah, it's a great venue, and you know, we won't be having any night games this year, but I'm thinking in year 2, definitely want to have a special night game and, you know, do something unique with that. So, but here we go. Let's see what Coach has dialed up here. This is it.
He's keeping Daniel.
Score or go home.
Daniel Kent still in as quarterback, the young man from Dearborn. It's pretty simple. The East scores, they take the lead. Well, not yet.
No.
You got to go for 2 to do that.
That's right.
The West stops them, game's over.
Game over. So, got to call your best play right here.
There we go. Handoff. Trying to get to the outside and into the end zone. Touchdown.
Gave it to the big fella. He would not be denied.
13-12 game, and here's your play. Take a look at the replay here.
Coach Mensing coming up with the next play, the point after attack.
Bounces it outside there. Big man with breaks the tackle to get in the end zone. Gives his team an opportunity to get the win right here. They're going to go for 2. No messing around. We're not looking at OT.
No.
We're going to end this right now one way or another.
Well, they did it on their first touchdown, and we talked about it when they got the ball back, Coach. You wondered if they were going to do it again. Forget about this overtime stuff. Now we can definitively say it's this simple. They convert, good chance of winning this game.
Oh, they got too many guys on the field.
They don't. They're going to have to use a timeout. Yeah, they are.
That was going to be.
Oh, Coach, look at the West Side. They didn't like that. They wanted that flag.
They broke the huddle with 12. I think that's what the guys on the West Side are saying, and they may have a point.
I think they do have a point.
Maybe because they used the timeout there. I don't know, but.
He explaining it to the coaching staff, and coaching staff doesn't look too upset about it. They all kind of shook their heads and said, yep, we get it. Oh, boy, you love a game like this ending like this. You know, it's been fun to see so many great athletes out there on the field, but to have the drama like this at the end of the game, what more could you ask for?
This is why you play the game right here.
Gotta love every second of it. And this is making it difficult as well to talk about our player of the game, the Athletico MVP of this game. There's some options out there. Make no mistake about that. I can think of a couple for both teams, Coach, but we can talk about that when the time is right. Most importantly, arguably, the biggest play of the game right here.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
This 2-point attempt. Kent still in at QB. Keeping it tight. He's back to pass. He's got nothing out there, just throws it up, and it's batted away. The West stops the 2-point conversion and hold on to this 13-12 lead. The assumption is, Coach, that a onside kick is coming, and should the West control that, we're a knee away from this one being done.
Tried to run a little play action there off their power, off tackle play, and West did a nice job being disciplined and staying in coverage. Got to get the hands team out there, and if you're the West, you just want to get on this ball and then take a knee and get your trophy.
Mm-hmm. Fall around the ball, right? How many times do you hear guys say that? Fall around the ball. Getting some ideas there for our Athletico MVP of the game. There are a few options out there. I think I have one in mind.
Well, there have been some great performances out here today on both teams, so it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to just pick one. And
never easy. When you have so many talented players out there, you are absolutely correct, Coach. Never easy. Here comes that onside. No surprise here in any way, shape, or form. It's all about that bounce. Braden had himself a career out in Brighton Bulldogs.
They're missing a guy. They need to get one more. There we go.
Here we go.
Let's see if he gets his big hop.
Got to get that bounce going.
There it is.
There's a big bounce,
Nice
but
job.
brought in good hands team there. Luke Stanton, young man from Coopersville High School. Take a look here. This is what you want, though, Coach. This is what we talked about, that bounce.
He got the nice hop. Luke does a great job going up, catching the ball at the high point, and then his teammates are there to cover him up. So, young man out of Coopersville.
So, just take a knee here.
West is going to go back-to-back, Sean.
Hey, listen, Coach, you know as well as anybody, yeah, there are bragging rights. There really are. Guys care.
Well, we heard earlier they said West Side's the best side, so they're going to be able to say that for another year now.
Had an opportunity to prove that here.
This is the best formation in football right here.
Victory formation. There's
There
your
it
knee.
is.
I don't think the East is going to take a timeout here. No, they are not. That is going to do it. Coming away with a victory. Think they're excited? Boy, Ethan Mason threw that ball about 50 yards in the air to celebrate that victory. And your final score here on the campus of Lawrence Tech University, the West come away with a 13-12 victory over the East. Isn't that great? Oh, you love to see it. And then, of course, how can you deny, Coach, the handshake line at the end of a hard-fought match?
Hard-fought game. Much respect with both teams and coaching staffs. And shake it up at the end, do it the right way.
Well, I know we have an order of business to take care of. Our Athletico MVP of the game. And we're going to find out on the field, Coach. I think I'm being told that they're going to decide on the field.
Okay.
And we'll get to that momentarily. And then we'll see if ours matches.
Yeah,
How's
hopefully
that?
we're in agreement.
I think it's an easy one today, personally, but you could pick a bunch of guys, but I thought one man's opinion, one guy stood out.
I would agree with you.
Can't thank Athletico and all our sponsors enough for being a part of this. You know, all that you do for a game like this and all that you do during the course of the season, can't thank you enough. There are so many people who just love this fantastic product in the great state of Michigan. And thanks to so many of you, we're able to show you games, highlights, snippets all season long. So thank you for being a sponsor and helping us out here at State Champs. Waiting for the player of the game to come over. Let's wait and see how this works out. I know our own Ron Talley down on the field. Can't thank Ron enough on this hot day. Elizabeth Kuhn as well. Just a great job all day long. As the team's lining up for photos. The West coming over here for their group photo. The East, not as quickly. That's usually the way, Coach, when you come out on the other end of a score. But hey, a lot of smiles down there nonetheless. Guys are having fun. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of for the East team. They put in a great effort as well, but West was able to pull it out with the 1-point victory.
23 minutes.
A lot of smiles down there.
It started at 97.
A lot of smiles down there on both sides. Guys shaking their hands. And some bro hugs down there. You know, that's a crazy thing, Coach. You know, you talk about guys from all over the state, but oftentimes these guys know each other. They've seen each other many times over the past few years. There's your trophy presentation right there.
Presentation of our East West All-Star Game MVP, sponsored by Athletico, is awarded to Ryder Snow out of Grand Rapids.
How about that? Ryder Snow out of Grand Rapids West. He is going to be your MVP. Hey, we called his name a few times, Coach. Make no mistake about that.
Definitely made his presence felt on the defensive side of the ball, and here we go.
There's the trophy presentation. Think those kids care? Isn't that great? Look at that. Oh, that's what it's about.
It's a beautiful trophy. Congratulations to Coach Enders and his staff, the West. And I also want to give a shout out to Brian Lemons, who's in charge of the All-Star Game for the Michigan High School Football Coach Association. He does a great job every year and puts out a great product. It's a great experience for these young people and their families. And just want to give Coach Lemons kudos for everything he does for the High School Football Coach Association.
No doubt about that. Look at that. The team's taking their knee, having a final chat. Your final score here today, the West gets it done again by a score of 13-12 on a hot but a beautiful day out here at Lawrence Tech. And once again, Coach, number one, it's a pleasure working with you. Thank you so very much.
The pleasure's all mine, Sean. This was great. Thanks for having me.
And we're going to throw it down to Ron Talley. No, not yet. We'll throw it down to Ron Talley in just a minute. Good luck at camp starting Tuesday.
Thank you, sir.
Really, really looking forward to that. And your home opener September 7th?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Here at home against St. X out of Chicago. And, yeah, get the new era rolling.
All right. Let's throw it down to Ron Talley and our MVP. Ron?
All right. We're here with Ryder Snow, the Michigan Football High School All-Star Game MVP, big linebacker out of Grand Rapids. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. Those 2 or 3 days worked off for sure. It paid off for sure.
Oh, yeah. So how did you prepare for this game? Obviously, you were the best player out here. You got MVP. How did you prepare?
I'd say my coaches prepared me each and every day. I mean, we had 2- and 3-day practices, and I mean, they just prepared me on what we're going to get and what they showed, and that's what happened. We just did good.
So tell us 2 big plays that you made today that helped you earn MVP.
I'd say the one where they went out for the pass and I had to cover the running back, and I just went up there and kind of deflected it, and then the last one where it was a 2-point conversion if we won it or not, and then I just knocked that down too. But I mean, all help through my teammates too. They helped me out every single play.
What was your mentality coming into this game?
Hit them as hard as I can.
Oh, hey, you heard it.
As the West Side, you got to be grit. So we had to.
Oh yeah. Can we see that trophy?
Yes, you can.
Very nice. Well, hey, you see it right here. Ryer Snow, MVP 2024 Michigan High School Football All-Star Games. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Hey, go celebrate with your squad.
Thank you.
Oh, isn't that great? Hit them as hard as I can. Words of wisdom, Coach.
Hey, we used to always say, this is the only place where you're going to get away with that and not get thrown in jail. So you only can do that on the football field. But how about Coach Talley down there? I don't think that guy sweat one drop today.
No.
Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool.
Well, he's got like negative body fat. You can look at him. He's got like negative body fat, the guy. So I'm not sure there's anything he could sweat out of there. But the enduring image, that's the one they'll remember. The boys sitting back with their trophy. And a job well done as they win today by a score of 13-12. Lots of thanks to go out there. First of all, again, Coach Talley, Ron Talley, and Elizabeth Kuhn down on the field. A cast of thousands behind the scenes. And when I say thousands, I mean thousands. You know it's big when LP even shows up. LP's doing work out here.
The legend.
As well. But no, really, we thank all the crew out there and the coach as well. It's great to see you again, man. Great
Thank
doing
you.
this with you.
It's
I
been a
really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Hope to see you at some games.
I'll be out there.
Yeah, see some LTU football.
I'm looking forward to it. The camp starts on Tuesday. The first home game is September 7th. We'd love to see you out here as well. For everybody involved, my name is Sean Balajian, thanking you for joining us and telling you the West Side was, well, today, again, the best side. They come away with a 13-12 victory. Thanks for checking us out on the State Champs Network.
The 2024 Michigan High School Football Coaches Association All-Star Game is presented by Adrenaline Fundraising. More money, less time, guaranteed. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association. For more information, visit MHSFCA.com. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. Athletico, treat your pain with physical therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. Zott Carts, dream to driveways, visit ZottCarts.com. Lawrence Technological University, be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu. State Farm, local agent supporting high school sports. Find your agent at statefarm.com. Reaction Technologies, up your game. Go to reactiontechnologies.com for more information.